I'm all good down there now. No.
That's good to hear.
Figured I'd start the live nice and weird.
Yeah, I was gonna
How
show
are
off
you,
my
man?
catch box that I've been working on and then shoot a little bit.
Yeah, I saw you said you were working on something. I'm curious what an artiste like you comes up with.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a drink real fast.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I am
A
making a
good
mistake in
drink.
drinking my bai water, and I think it might be a mistake because it's got caffeine in it. But I've been exhausted lately, so I think I'll sleep just fine tonight. Ooh,
Me
is that the
too.
Maker's Mark?
No, it's a they just started selling this in the States not too long ago.
Oh,
It's
I just thought I saw red wax there, but I
no,
see longer bottle. Yeah, yeah. Wild
yes,
turkey.
it's
Woohoo! 101.
the 8 year aged. Never had an old fashioned with it, but I'm gonna try one.
Try the old fashioned. Yeah, that's I my old standby. I'm more just a vodka and ginger ale type guy. Every once in a while, I'll get fancy and make a Moscow Mule, which
Yeah.
is basically the exact same thing, except for it's ginger beer instead of ginger ale. I don't do much drinking anymore, though, man. I will socially drink and I can hang with people when I socially drink, but whew, I feel it in the morning, man. That night I don't, and I do pretty good. But then the next day, I'm like, why did I do such things to myself?
It just means you gotta drink more. Oh boy. Oh yeah.
And I see that
Mystic, how's it
snow. I see
going?
what you're saying. Some weird crap on your screen. No, that's just coin. That's right. You can't wipe coin off. I mean, I'll let you try. Sorry. So, Cyan on here.
Are
It's
you
the
trying
first
not to
time.
tie in?
Yeah. So Dave Longworth sent me like, freaking look at this. This dude, man. 3 boxes of Cyan Precise. He was just like, you've not tried Cyan? I'm sending you some. And he was like, give me your address. And then he sent me 3 boxes. So one of
That's
the boxes is just a sample sheet of point 0.4, but he sent me point 0.5 and 0.45 whole rolls. So
damn.
I think I'm gonna have to buy a sling from that dude. See how that works. He also that Liberty Nova. He gave me that thing too. Yeah, I definitely owe a buy from that dude. All right, let's see this box. You've got
Hold on. I gotta tighten this
angle iron in
one bolt
there.
up real
You
fast.
do.
There's two other things that I want to do to this that I haven't figured out 100% yet.
Uh-huh.
But all right. Can I flip the screen around? Is that gonna-
You should be
There we
able
go.
to. Ooh, double stacked.
So I got the double stack. I reinforced the sides, but I thought I had this. Literally everything I had was just laying around.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this little wire rack kind of bracket, and I ended up bolting it through on the side, so it strengthens the side so it doesn't curl in. But
Yeah.
I mostly wanted it so I can have adjustments on height for the
Heck
target.
yeah. That's real nice, man. It's better than just drilling thousands of holes in it.
Yeah. So there's that. I this morning I ended up making my own little clips, so I can I can unclip it, adjust it. I'm using that stretch
Magic.
magic.
Yeah.
Got a whole fucking big ass roll of it.
Nice. Nice. That stuff's usually found in like the jewelry making area. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. I got
Okay.
this one from Amazon. The Amazon sells the big roll. It was 20
Okay.
bucks for I think it's a 25 meters. Yeah. And
Yeah, you'll
it's
never run
actually
out of that.
1.8 millimeter diameter. This
Yeah,
thing
that's good.
actually stretches pretty good too.
Yeah, that's good. That the stuff finding thin enough that it goes through like a so I use a lot of those white and red spinners,
Yep,
trying to think that ones that look like this. And finding stuff that goes through there and still spins
yep,
easy enough, that's hard. Like
yep,
this one I used micro cable and then tubes
yep.
to, try to
You'll
get it so
probably
that.
like this stuff then, especially if
Oh
you
yeah,
just
no,
like to have
that's
stretchy.
great.
Like, look at this. Let me see if I can. Oh, you see that little piece there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, geez, that's
Hey,
got some stretch.
hold
Yeah.
on. I don't even think you can see it. Let me see. Let me flip it. So,
Yeah, man. Have you tried now let go? I'm curious what kind of snapback it has. Can you use it as bands? No. the no, that stuff is nice. I right now I default basically I have some shock cord that I got on Amazon and like for smaller diameter stuff I use the elastic you buy at Walmart, the little
mhm.
tiny little stuff you can buy in the sewing area. And that stuff, it works, but it wears out, and you got to tie a lot of knots to get it to stay, or tie the right knot, I guess. But
Yeah, Luke, that's the stretch magic. That's the. I literally we talked about it in someone's live yesterday, and I ordered it from Amazon, and it showed up today. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" It's like I ordered 25 meters of it. Like I should be good.
well, I love that it showed up the next day. Usually, if it's something I want, it's going to take a week for some
Oh yeah,
reason. It gets held up, blah blah blah. But
yeah,
then when I order like a box of paper clips or something that I don't even need, they're like, "Hey, it's going to be there today,
yeah.
tomorrow." What? And I'm like, "Come on."
So this is an add-on. So I added the same brackets. So I bolted the two together on the back. I
Okay.
also have bolts on the inside here and here, and then two in the back. So they're literally mounted together.
Okay.
And then I had the old cheap old Harbor Freight dolly laying around. So then I zip tied it to there. So literally, this is supposed to go outside and inside, but mostly outside. So
Yeah.
literally, if I'm ready to move it. I'm ready to go.
That's nice. It's real nice. But how do you throw it in the back of your car now? No.
I got a bucket catch box for that one,
There you go. There you go.
and then I was
So
just finishing this up. I just
one
have
thing
some clips
that's cool.
because I got this. I saw something like this in Hunter's
Yeah.
um, videos. So it holds a pipe, so you can put any type of trick shot little thing on top of
Uh-huh.
that.
Uh-huh. I need to do that to my box. I think the neatest little mod I've done so far is I put a mount for phones inside the catch box.
Yeah,
So if I want to, I've got like an old Android phone that'll take a video and I could put it in there. I haven't used it
gotcha.
yet. Haven't done that yet, but I was like, oh, that might be cool, a good
Yeah,
perspective. I think Hunter uses that perspective, if I'm not mistaken.
but yeah, the only thing I need to figure out is I want to be able to add a paper target to it, and I want it to
Hmm.
be quick. So obviously it'd be a paper target that something that go a bracket that goes across that I can use magnets or whatever.
Hmm.
And then the last thing, I have a cheap old paint pole, extendable paint pole. I'm gonna put a PVC pipe zip tie to the back of this and stick the paint pole on it, and then I'll have a target on there. So when I'm outside, I can extend the paint pole, 25 feet up and shoot it.
Okay. Okay.
So it's an all in one catch box.
So I'm questioning what material are you using for your backdrop?
Right now it's just t-shirts, and I have two layers of t-shirts. I have a black one, a white
Okay.
one, and then this is a recycled fire hose that I split in half.
Nice.
So I used this inside of the closet for the longest time, just like all the way
Uh-huh.
back there until I
Uh-huh.
upgraded to what I have inside. So this is gonna go outside.
Nice. And the only other question, you cut your lip really low. Do you get a
Yep.
lot of bounce outs?
I did on this one, but I had a very I like before I swapped to this, I had recycled fire hose in the front, and that would hit.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
bounce back.
That definitely would cause, yeah.
I
Yeah, I
shot a
guess
few earlier today, and I didn't really get any bounce outs. This
nice.
bottom one is kinda tapered a little bit, so it's a little low
Uh-huh.
here, but wider up at the top.
Sure. Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
awesome, dude. That is really cool. Yeah, I kept my lip at the bottom a lot higher to avoid bounce outs, but
Yeah,
I try to use pretty thin material to catch.
yeah,
I used to use a lot of thick, heavy stuff because that's what I did on my like clothing rack, the one
yeah,
that I built years back, and that one is thick, heavy stuff. So that just kind of thuds in, and then So I got used to things smacking back pretty far, and was like, okay, I need an upper lip. I need, like
yeah.
so. Anyway, but that's awesome. Yours looks great, dude.
Yeah, I figured I'd and that's something I know, Smo was showing his little family tree ladder or battle tree yesterday in the live, and, I was like, "Huh, I'm gonna have to make some spinners." And that's kinda set up like a little tree, and it's gonna catch my ammo, so it should be alright.
Hmm. Yeah, Cool Hand Luke. I was wearing your shirt earlier today. But anyway, the metal plate behind the paper, such a great idea. Just little hole
Yeah,
punches. I love that. And I bet, Sketchy, you could come up with a metal plate that you could put there and just mount with magnets. And then on top of that, you can mount then paper with
yeah,
magnet.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because, that 25-yard shot at, East Coast, I liked how it was metal backing too, just because of, especially it was wet outside, so I would imagine with it raining and then you shoot it, there was just cardboard on the back, it probably would have ripped your paper right in half.
Oh yeah, if it you're right. I've not had to do any tournaments in the rain. We had a pretty good downpour at HHST last year for about 20 minutes. It was great. We all just kind of huddled around together, smelled each other's BO, and sniffed each other's butts, and then went back to competing. It was a lot of fun and hanging out. I mean, that's yeah. The
Did you
EC,
camp?
what's that?
Did you camp?
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
camp. Yep. Hocking Hills tends to start to get cold in the evening. I remember at ECST last year, I woke up like just boiling in my tent. But I hear you guys didn't have that problem this year.
Nah,
But
not
yeah,
at
it gets a
all.
little cold. But yeah, I like to throw out the tent once in a while. My wife thinks the Holiday Inn is camping. So when I get a chance to go out by myself and pitch a tent and do my thing, I like
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna grab me my slingshot, I'm all set up, I'll start shooting now. Kids were down playing in the basement, so I got a mess down here.
Well, first shot was a hit, so there we go. Scale and Bones, what is good? Thanks for joining us. West Tex, good to see you in here too, my man. Hey, sorry to have ignored your text the other day. I've been ignoring a lot of people who've been emailing me and texting me. And I'm just going to say no comment at this point was better than any comments. So that's why I've been quiet. But yeah, I might say more on that later, some later date on my own personal channel. But for now, I don't want anybody to think I'm just ignoring them to ignore them. Oh, Tennessee showed up? Oh, come on. Now we got trash in the chat. Great.
Ethan, Paul, Luke, Turtle, West Tex, Bones, what's good? LP. I'm a little behind on the chat, so I'm just saying hi to everybody.
Yeah,
Scruffy,
yeah, yeah.
Snow, Hicks is in here. All right. All right, all the cool people, Leon. How's everyone
Wait, you're going
doing?
to say cool people and then Leon, or were you including Leon in the cool people? I'm not sure what was
Completely, I
going
have
on
to
there.
say, the coolest is Leon.
Oh, okay. Just giving you crap, Squatch.
But yeah, I was working on this while the kids were in their nap.
What'd you say? What'd he say?
I think the last thing I'm gonna do is get a light, put it in there.
Oh, light. Yeah, that would be cool. I've not lit up my boxes.
Daddy.
I thought about going out in my garage tonight and shooting for this live, but the bugs, man, like I'm already pissed off at all the bugs. So I was thinking if I'm in my garage, I could open the garage door, pull the car out a little bit, have, actually shoot from 10 meters, and that would be fun. But yeah, because everybody knows this is like 4 feet away. I just make it with the little camera tricks. Sketchy
I
snubs you
don't
too. He
snob
just
you.
said
No,
you
I
were
don't snub you.
cool.
I don't see how earlier today you were snubbing me. I said hi to Leon, and then like literally 20 minutes later, Leon's like, Sketchy.
The old dino's making up lies. What's up, Rex?
What's good, Rex? I got the
Yeah, I
game.
am. I am digging this cyan. Um, it's so I was messing with it in front of my chrono, and I was shooting about just normal
Yep.
240, 240 at like my normal length, just target shooting at 10 meters. But then when I pulled back on it, I was getting about 280. And then I was hitting in the very high 290s when I would go thumb up all the way back, full ass butterfly.
Yeah.
So
I need to
yeah,
get me a phone.
I'm
A
surprised
phone.
at what a couple inches of pull will do for the speed on cyan. So I cut it at 280. Usually, like I'm a huge Omega White fan and 0.45, and I cut those at 290.
Yeah.
And the speeds are typically 260, 270 area. So I'm impressed with what this stuff is doing.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I have this is what I'm shooting too, the Cyan, but I haven't shot a lot of it. I kind of refused to until after East Coast. So now
Smart.
I have a few, even though East Coast, I mean, I was practicing with the Axiom X for the longest time. And then
Hmm.
I got the Moan Waller custom. And I was like,
I
I
can't
picked it
not
up
shoot it.
I picked it up during the shoot nanny. That's like the only time I
Uh-huh.
practiced with it. And then that
Uh-huh.
night I did a live, and then I didn't really shoot it after that. And I brought it with me. And I was practicing the whole time with the with the Axiom because that's what I was planning on shooting, but then the rain stopped. I didn't want to get it out because it had the Damascus core. And then
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'll shoot it for the knockdown. So I ended up shooting it for the knockdowns.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so that was my thing when I go into Hocking Hills or ECST, I will go into one frame. And like
Yeah,
I'll shoot mainly one frame. I'll have another frame as a backup. Last year at ECST, I was shooting my Saker and my B Swan was my backup. And I I might have taken the gas route in the woods and used the woods, and that's
yeah.
probably why I scored one under on Jordan. But anyway, the no, it is something where and it's hard now that I have some really good slings. Like back in the day, I got that gasser and I was like, fuck everything else, dude. I love my
Yeah.
gasser. This works, and I could shoot that solely for so long, and yeah. But now I've got so many good frames. What pisses me off is the $30 frame is fucking phenomenal, right? Like I could shoot this all day, man. And I do. Like I keep pulling
I
this
keep
one.
this
I
one
keep
banded up all the time. The
there you go.
LT2. It's like
Yeah.
the best beginner frame, but it's like it's awesome.
It's
I
a
like.
it's a damn good frame. And yeah, I
Yeah.
keep coming back to this X and I can't stop. I've got two of them. So it would make a great backup sling too, right? Like I have
Hmm.
two banded ready to go, no
Yep.
change. Yeah,
That's what
that's
I
what I
ended
need
up
to do.
doing when I did the knockdowns. I took the Moan Waller Lions Paw, and then I had an XCMX for backup, and then a spare band just in case. But the likelihood of
Yep.
me using all that is, slim to none. Even though I saw
Sure.
Andy live busting three tubes back to back.
Right. I saw that on Luke's vid, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just
Yeah, who
missed.
asked?
Did you hit anything?
Yeah, who asked?
Anything?
Ethan, yeah, that's a stylish, bro, with a love tap in there. This was literally the first time I tried Scion, and it broke on me like a few, and I didn't like it at first.
Oh,
So, but
that would put a bad taste in my mouth to break
oh yeah,
immediately, dent a pro frame. Oh yeah, man. No, no, no.
I
I
do
don't
have
blame you there.
I do have the little kangaroo pouch. It's a little too thin for me. I'm a little pit pouch guy, but I still like using these. This is from Squatch, ones he makes.
Okay. So I like your stylus, and I will see your stylus and add the slant roller or
Oh
slant
yeah,
press. Yeah, I like that. I
that
like
looks
that
good.
piece right there. Adam Cantrell sold me this. It's a beauty.
How wide is that?
So it's like a really weird, like 98, I'm sorry, 86 or 87. Like it's not quite 90, and that's why I never bought into it.
Yeah,
But it's
I don't even know
enough
how
that if I
long this.
shoot it a couple times, I'm right on target with it. It's close enough to my 90 size that I typically
Yeah,
use. Let me see here. I found my ruler.
yeah. We're the pro is the stylus pro is right at 90.
98. Oh, yeah, 98. Right on the dot.
98 or 89.
Sorry, 89, 89,
Okay, I was about to
88,
say, damn.
88. Sorry, I'm doing it backwards. So when I measure with a ruler like this, I put it at the one. So that was throwing me off. I was seeing
Yeah, okay.
98. It's 88. 88.
R- Rex, see
Sorry.
you later, man. Thanks for coming.
Ethan, you're trying to say I'm still holding on to trash that you used to hold? Oh man, I didn't even know to wipe it off first. Come on. That's awesome. This thing's been in your hands too. So you're telling me two pro models of Simple Shot that I have in my collection have actually come through your hands first, Ethan. That's pretty cool.
That's why you're
Ethan,
so good at it, right?
I just steal other people's magic, man. I soul suck their magic and then I take it for my own. Yeah. Um, Ethan hooked me up with the Axiom Pro, the adjustable. Is that Axiom Pro or Axiom X?
The X.
Is it the X? Yeah, I keep calling this Axiom the Axiom X. This is not the X. This is just the Axiom. The
Yeah,
Axiom
the
X I got from Ethan. Yeah, that thing. I got a
yeah.
red one from Ethan. He just handed it to me at ECST and was like, "Hey, man, I know you were thinking about trying one of these." It's like, nah, man. But yeah, he's a good kid.
I call it the transformer because that's well. I like it though. It's nice. This was my go-to.
Smo is just now correcting me. Thanks, Smo. Appreciate yeah. That dude, he won't let you say something wrong. I'll say
Oh
that.
no.
88, my God. Yeah, yeah. I'm slow, okay? Sometimes I'm a little slow.
I was thinking about
Sorry.
customizing this soon. Uh, I have a buddy that builds custom motorcycles,
Uh-huh.
and he does a lot of custom like paint. He started as a painter, and he paints a lot of bikes. I was thinking about giving him this and doing like a Joker themed. Like I was thinking purple on the main body, green for the outside, but on the inside here, I wanted like a goldish bronze.
Okay.
Just so like the Joker that had like the gold grill. That's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of what I
yeah.
was thinking. And then I was
I
gonna
like
change out the bolts with brass.
Nice. One thing, and I've always said that, and Ethan's pointing out, it was my birthday too, so it was a birthday gift, I suppose. I mean, still, great guy. Anyway, it's the last time I'm going to call him a great guy. Don't let it keep happening. The
Oh, hey, Smo, I'm gonna highlight that. Hold on one second.
what is it? The 88 or tell 20 he's holding Axiom. The What was I going to say? Oh, but anyway, I have the red one. So one thing
Mm,
Jordan did with his wife, one has a gray one has a black one. They swapped
yeah,
the thumb stuff
yeah.
around. I would do that with you. I've got a red one. You've got black. I'd be more than happy to swap
You
those
talking about these
plates
pads?
out. Yeah, the pads.
That would be
I'd do
cool.
that shit. Yeah, I'd be into it.
I'll do that.
All right, send me your address. Well, yeah, I'll send you mine if you
I
send
got
me
I got
yours.
some stickers I gotta send you anyway, so
I winked when I said that too. I don't know if you caught that. I'll send you
no.
mine if you send me yours.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You gave me your number, you know.
Yeah.
I was looking for something small in my text messages.
Yeah, it said the file was too big to send, so I just said forget about it.
Sure, sure.
Finger pads in the clips.
And the clips. Okay, okay.
I
Yeah,
think I
we got to
like the
be like
black clips
Jordan. Do it
though.
just
I
like
don't
him.
know. Are you talking about the back side of the clips or the front side too?
Oh, I don't know where mine's out in the garage. Where I'd look closer. Um, he'll say we got to do it just like Jordan, or we're doing it wrong. If we're sending pics, I need into that. Oh snap! It's almost like we didn't say what we were talking about, and it's almost like they all know what we were talking about. That's
Mhm,
weird.
mhm,
It's weird.
mhm.
Kids are dirty, 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 dirt.
Do you have a mini leather can yet? I'll send you one of those too. I'll send you a nice little care package when I send these out.
Uh, oh, now I got to go through my crap. Get you some care package stuff too,
I got a bunch of little. I'll send you some. Have you seen my little gummy bear clay targets?
dude. You were showing those off as like a
Yeah.
giveaway for that is awesome. How'd they work out? Were they did they puff pretty good?
Yeah. When I was shooting them here, it was too wet at East Coast. So I didn't.
Right.
I put a few up there, and people were smacking them, but it was a little too wet.
Yeah, yeah,
What he said.
yeah. That's usually not a problem. But
Yeah,
you know,
Caitlin, I appreciate that picture. That was like, what the hell? I don't know if Josh liked it or not, but we were in a group chat with Weston, and I think Josh was still sleeping, or either he was getting up from sleeping, and all you see was a picture of a nip. I thought it was on OnlyFans for a second.
uh, I woke up. I went on a really long bike ride the other night, and when I got home, my ass was so sore, dude. Like I'm from sitting on the saddle. Like I had not ridden my bike yet this season, and I went out and did like I think it was about 20 miles. Um, anyway, long story short, I got home. I had been wearing the biker shorts with a little pad in it, and then another pair of shorts over
Yep,
that.
the
And
gooch
I
pad
just
is what I call it.
yeah, yeah, it was a tush pad for sure.
Yeah.
And anyway, I stripped down to just my underwear and then laid down on our couch, and I was just like kind of ass in the air, legs spread wide open, and I was starting to pass out. And I hear click, click. My wife's taking pictures of me laying on the couch. She's like, "Yep, you deserved it."
Well, I'm about to run it while you were talking. There's only one left, the little 80.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna
Knock
miss
it
it like
down.
Josh did. Josh, Weston and I were looking at it. He smacked all of them and had the 80 left, and we're like, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. And he fucking missed it. I was like, oh, shit.
The 80. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that's the tricky one, man.
got him.
Nice job. I wish I had an indoor knockdown setup. That'd be nice. Oh, that's one thing I was going to say about your dual cash boxes. You should mark the is it 54 inches smo. You'll be able to get me right.
It's
58
54 or
inches,
55. What is it?
55 inches. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
To for the and then know
WSA.
where you're hanging your 40s
Yeah.
on that row. That way you just know that that's the
Yeah.
one
I'm gonna
you
have to do that.
smack.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't have knockdown options, but I was like, I can just come inside and do knockdowns. So this is more for
Sure.
outside. My son almost since it's been nice, he's been like, "Let's go shoot slingshots," and we usually go out in the woods for right now because I didn't have a
Hmm.
catch box outside. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to put together a 55.1 inches.
That's it. He's not wrong. It's the meter the
The
meter
conversion.
translation. You got to
Yeah.
get a point one in there.
I've noticed too where one thing that I'm gonna start switching up is shooting smaller targets. That's one thing I feel like I probably could be improving on. It's because like a lot of times when I'm just shooting the shit, I'm like smacking the leather targets down at the bottom.
Hmm. Hmm.
I do have the mini, which is about 35 wide, which isn't bad, but it's like 40 tall. I mean, it's probably about like 60 tall, but
Sleep
I,
well, sweetheart. Sorry, that was to Luke. Um,
oh,
yeah, man. When I was getting in and working, like I had a couple of those 30 millimeter silicone orange targets. And those, when I started focusing on working on those, that's when I felt my
yeah,
shooting really get a lot more precise. But I don't, there is something to be said to learn to just shoot at a can over and over
yeah.
without thinking about it. Just up and shoot it because you get that instinctual, intuitive, whatever you want to call it, the repetition
Well, I think
in.
if you can get into the can, you're already starting to figure out, okay, I'm a little to the left, I'm a little to the right. Once you can get it into the can, then I feel like that's like a big milestone, and then you can start
Oh
dialing
yeah.
it in. Because
Oh
you
yeah.
know, before when I first started, it's like getting in the can. I'm either shooting left of it or the right of it, and then I'm finally can smack a can pretty consistently, and then
Yeah.
it's like shooting the 40s and stuff.
What what was your ranking overall? Not that it
20,
really matters unless you're standing on the
22nd,
podium. 22nd?
22nd. Yeah,
Not bad. Not bad. That's in the
I
top.
wanted
I think
to.
I was 25th, dude, at the last. I'm not kidding. I was like, I would, yeah, I got like one under in the woods course, Jordan, and then just bombed the knockdowns at
Yeah,
ECST. So yeah, I,
I was
yeah,
like, I was telling Jordan when
Deeds
I
was
was
one better than me, and like in placement, like I was way down the list, man. But
no, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I was planning on going for amateur, and I didn't feel like shooting on Friday the WSA.
uh-huh.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna. I'll wait till tomorrow, and then so I ended up going for pros. And then I was like, as long as even when I went for amateur, I was like, I can kind of tell where I'm at with the pro just because it scored the same. And I was like,
Hmm.
I'd be happy if I'm like 50%, like in the top half. And I'm happy with what I did. I could do
Sure.
better, but I know I already know where I can improve at. So the
Right.
WSA was tough. Like and the nerves on that, man. My goodness.
Oh, I tell this story. I was so Happy Hippie was judging me at one point. He was sitting at the chair I was always going up to, and because we at the time we were designated a row. Last year was a little bit different. So anyway, I walked up the first time. I was shaking, and I knew I was shaking. Right, like I could feel it, I could see it, and then finally, so after like bombing 2 rounds in a row, I went outside, shot limbs off of the bushes out back, and I'm like, okay, I'm back to it. I'm back in. I can freaking I'm on point. So I go back in and I'm like, just relax. I'm around friends. This is going to be fun. I
Yep.
got up there. I felt super good. I'd run my round. I get like 3 more. I may have even had 4 out of the 5 on that round, right? That was like the best shooting I had done. And when I got done, I looked at Scott and I was like, whew. And he goes, dude, you've got to relax. You're shaking like a feather. We can see it. And I'm like, well, I thought I was comfortable. Like I was still like,
Yeah, it's like I
it's
noticed
that.
that. I told I told Smo the same thing. Like my first shot, I had really like no nerves, no shakiness. Every time on round one, I went for the 60 and I smacked it. And then literally right after that first shot, my hands started shaking and I'm like, shit. And then I'll do the 50 and then go down to the 10. But then I'm like, after round 2, I'm like, "You know what? Fuck it. I know I'm not nervous on the first shot. I'm gonna go for the 10." And I smacked the 10 every like on the third and on the fourth on the first shot. I'm like, "Fuck yeah." And I just ran it up. And
Nice.
then I did the same thing for the hit to hit because it was completely right after it. Just shot the 10. I hit the 10 every single time I hit the WSA knockdowns. I was like, I'm pretty happy about that. And
That's good. Yeah.
it's a big mind fuck when you're sitting up there on the hit to hit and you smack the 10, you're like, ah shit. You know what I mean?
The so Smo, he's the coin you already lost. There was one of my first competitions with the HHST with him, and he was scoring me on the knockdowns, and I was sucking it up bad on the knockdowns. And I had never practiced knockdowns. I just stood up. Oh, I can hit shit. I can do this, right? And I didn't have any strategy, anything. But at one point, I was getting frustrated and missing. He's like, dude, Jordan, in all seriousness, he's like, dude, chill. You already lost. Just shoot and have fun. And I laughed my ass off and then shot. I can't remember if it was a perfect round after that or not, but I was like, God damn it. Like, why didn't I feel that way going in? Right. This,
My fourth
you,
round almost had a perfect, but I ended up missing the 80.
yeah, we, last year, nobody in the knockdowns got a perfect. Nobody.
I think Bill Hayes was the first one that got it.
Hmm.
And then there was like 3 or 4 people. Weston got it on the head to head. Josh almost got it. Who was the other two? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
there
There's
were a
like 3
few
or 4.
there were a few clean rounds, as Jordan is letting me know my language is wrong again. Perfect round, a clean round um, happened later, but that was during the head-to-heads. But during our tournament, no clean
Yeah.
rounds. It was
Bill Hayes
crazy,
was the
man.
only one. Yeah. He got it during the WSA.
Wow, that's weird because all of us can run a clean round, man, or a lot of us can run a clean round.
Oh yeah.
So why, and
The
just
nerves,
because we're
man.
standing up there, I know it's crazy. And here's the thing, like everybody, there's been a lot of talk about competition lately, and is it about competition, is it about friends? It's about competition for me, like against myself,
Yep.
really is the main thing. Sure, I stack up, I look at people like Jordan, and I'm like, am I as good as that dude? I know he's a great shot. I want to be as good as him. I want to be darn near him and score, right? Like
I,
that's why I'm competing, because I want to know how I stack up against everybody. And
yep.
am I getting better? It's not necessarily, oh, I've got to be the champ, right? I mean, if I
It
am the
gives
champ,
you a
I'll roll that around to everybody. But
to me, anyone that says they go into a competition, a tournament, and say, "Oh, it's not about competing. I just want to have fun." Well, you could have gone to the tournament and have fun. They
right.
allowed you to go and shoot for score to go have fun. And
Uh-huh.
to me, if
Uh-huh.
you're in the tournament, yes, you want to have fun. I wanted to go have fun. I had my own certain goal, which I want to be in the top half.
Right.
But like when you're out there and you're shooting, I can guarantee you everybody was like, "Fuck, shit, nervous as hell," because they were competing. They wanted to compete, even though they were trying to have fun at the same time. And it's like
Yeah.
if you're going just to have fun, go have fun. But if you're in the competition, then you're in the competition. And
Sure.
even if you shoot in the competition and they say they don't care, they truly fucking care. I can tell you that. Because if not,
Oh,
they wouldn't pay the $60 to go compete. They would have paid. I think it's cheaper to
30 bucks
$15 to go shoot.
yeah. Shoot just to shoot at the range and targets. Yeah. I get that. And I mean, my
They
problem
say
is
that shit to downplay it, and it's
right.
like to me it's almost disrespectful at first, where it's like you go in there and you don't care, and then you compete, and if you do bad, then you're like, yeah, it's
Well,
whatever.
of course, I don't care. I was here to have friends,
Yeah,
and meet
yeah.
people and have a good time because I shot like shit. And then when you're standing on the podium, you're like, yeah, I just came to have fun. Although Andy Latham, when he took number one last year, I still
Oh yeah,
remember. Yeah, I remember walking up and being like, dude, how? No, last year Andy took first place,
yeah.
and anyway, asking him like halfway through the day, I walked up and I was like, "How'd you do in the woods?" Because I knew had a pretty good woods score. And he's like, "I don't know, man. I'm just having a good time." He hadn't even paid attention,
Yep.
and he was just there having a great time. Big old grin on his face.
Yeah.
He's the one kid that I think really was shooting just for fun
Yeah.
and happened to
Yeah.
podium. Everybody else is like,
That's,
I'm good enough to be there. I want to be there. And I tell you, man, top 25, any one of the top 25 could be standing on the podium on any given day.
yeah. If you're having a good day or bad day, if your nerves are
Yeah.
messing with you, I
Yeah.
agree. That's like Andy said the same thing. He's like, literally, I went into there super happy. He's like, that's all he could remember. He was just super happy to be there. And I'm like, that's when you knew because his nerves weren't fucking with him. He was just happy to be there.
Right. Yeah, I was actually really surprised he pulled off his placement again because wow, like I thought for sure he'd go into it again and like it would get to him. Like, ooh,
Oh yeah,
I gotta hold my reputation. I've gotta,
yeah.
shoot really
Well, no,
well.
no, and I don't know if he wants me to say much about like Weston and I were talking to him at the range, and he said after the tournament he took like 8 months off.
Yeah.
Like he didn't shoot for like 8 months, and he's like he didn't feel like the joy in it anymore. I think because he was just so like he
He had
sacrificed a
hit the
lot. He would
pinnacle.
practice all the time,
Right,
and then
right.
he said he just picked it up and started shooting again. And I'm like, I mean, for him to
Yeah,
play, not really back into it, just going like I truly think he went there not even thinking he was going to place, and
right.
for him to place, I think was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. No, I'll say this. I'm so ADHD. I'm sure you're like this too. Yeah, I know you're like this. I can tell because I look at your supplies for your leather. You shoot slingshot. Like this happens to all of us. We need every accessory. We need to get into it, and we get into it deep, and we try to. We're probably jack of alls, master of none. But boy, we
Oh yeah,
challenge ourselves to get pretty close to mastering something,
yep,
and we have these markers in our heads like I'll be good at this when, right? Like,
yep,
and it can be art, it can be whatever. Like for me, gaming, I'll be good at gaming when I get this high score, when I do
yep.
this. And long story short, I could see myself go to a tournament, just sweep it and do really good and like hit the podium for everything, and then get home and be like, I don't
I'm
think I
done.
want to shoot anymore. I have mastered that onto the new hobby, right? Like it could happen.
Yeah.
And it could happen. Stop laughing, assholes. I
I,
could be the best. No.
that's like I was talking to Paul and Weston on like a live, not a live, it was just like a video Facebook chat. And they wanted to see like the stuff that I've been working on, and I showed them my artwork, and then I showed them all of my other hobbies, and I'm going through my closet, and Paul's like, "So how long do we have you in slingshots for?" I'm like, "Oh fuck you."
Yeah, dude. I allow it, and you will see it. The longer you hang out in this sport, you will see the the spark that catches fire in somebody, and they get bit by the bug, and they're all out and they burn bright, and they're all over the forums, all over the lives, and blah blah blah,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden they're gone.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. I know exactly what happened there, right? Like I can't blame the person.
To me, like the tournament just gives you. So with the way, especially with my ADHD, if I feel like there's a purpose and there's a purpose behind it, that's when it stays.
Yeah,
So like, you know what I mean, going for to the tournaments, having a purpose. You're not just sitting in the basement, going outside practicing by
right.
yourself. It's like there's a purpose behind all of it. That's the same thing. Like I work out, there's a purpose, the reason why I work out. Like, all the other hobbies, like I draw, and that drawing for me, that purpose is literally to calm myself down. That's how I
Hmm.
deal. That's my coping mechanism for my.
Hmm. Yeah, I got really into photography for a while, and then it became a job.
Yeah,
It was like a side job, and
yeah,
there was stress, and there was like shit I had to do, and it sucked the joy out of it for me, and so I
oh
put
yeah,
that stuff away. But man, I have thousands of dollars worth of camera gear, that. So I'm mad at myself, but I still go out and shoot once in a while. But it's one
no,
of
that's
those things. I mean, yeah, I burned real bright in that for a while and it disappeared. But slingshot, and being a magician. Since I was a kid, I was into magic, and that's been one of those hobbies that ebbs and flows with me. I'll be really into it, and then it'll fade away, and I'm not doing magic for a while, and then I'll see a YouTube video, and somebody does a magic trick, and I'm like, "Whoa, that looked like real magic. How'd they do that?" And then next thing I know, I'm down the rabbit hole again,
Yep.
right? Like,
Yep. YouTube is very bad for someone with ADHD. You get so down a rabbit like I mean, I got into pinstriping. I do leather. Leather was a big thing, but I like that stuck around big time. I've been doing that for 10 years. I got into graphic I actually went to school for graphic design. And then I started doing it after school at a printing company, and I fucking hated it, just because exactly what you said. You have a customer, you don't have any expression. You know, you have to do
right?
exactly what they want. Even though there's
Uh-huh.
times where I told the customers like, no, you don't want to do that. And there's been times where like I'll do what they said, and then I'm like, if literally if I buy them and you're not gonna like them, then you're gonna have to pay me like twice as much money to change it. They're like, yep. So I like there were business cards. I bought them, send it to them. Oh, these fucking suck. Yeah, give me 2,000 of the way you want it. I'm like, yep. See, I told you.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
That's why I like doing it for fun. Like I making logos. I make Hicks a logo. I mean, that's to me it's just to be able to share my skill, even if I'm not making money. Just sharing it is fun.
Yeah, man. Your logo work is excellent. I like what you did for us.
Yeah. I was waiting for that to go out. I've been like hush hush about it. Didn't tell anybody. And then Smo's live. You're like, that's a nice logo there in the background. And I'm like, yeah, I saw that.
You're like, oh crap, that's not the launch I was looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I just yeah. Yeah, that's eventually we'll be out and loud and proud, but
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
still in
yeah.
our infancy. We're still putting stuff together. But yeah, it'll be there. You'll see it
Yeah.
around.
I can draw a bath. What are you talking about, Paul?
Paul's probably being dirty. How do you think that latex is coined? Said LP. LP, I am actually not shooting the cyan right now. This is the old standby Omega White right now. This was banded on this frame, so that's what I'm shooting.
Yeah, have you seen Hicks's logo I put together?
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Love it.
You saw
He's
the color
rocking it.
version or the sketch? Did you see the sketch of it or the completed?
You were holding it up on an iPad and showing it
Oh, so
on the
you didn't see
live
it
at one
completed
point.
then.
What's that?
You haven't seen it finished yet.
Oh, okay. That's not what's on his.
No.
No, okay.
Hicks, you want me to show it? I can run upstairs and grab my iPad real fast.
Who can
It's a little
fill
bit
a cup?
it's
Al
a little
can
bit
fill a cup.
easier going away from the screen when there's someone else up here.
Is it finalized yet? Fill a tub. I'm lost in the chats.
Paul, he was asking about Hicks's logo, I think. Says break it out. All right. Can you keep them busy for a little bit? I'm pretty sure
I
they
guess
ain't
I'll talk.
hungry.
I guess I'll talk to the people in the chat. Miss Hicks is here. She'll keep it interesting. Mrs. Hicks, sorry. Break it out. Show it. That's what she said. Show it. All right, you guys. Can I zoom in here? Ooh, I can. Look at that. Shall we try a squirrel ball with a new slingshot? I just pulled up my gasser with simple shots, or not simple shot, sniper sling. Man, I cannot say things correctly today. Can you see the squirrel ball hanging? Yeah, you can see it. See if we can make that thing spin. Ooh, just to the left. That would look like to the right to you guys. Oh, to the right that time. Going back and forth. Whoop this out. Whip this out. There it is. Got the squirrel ball. All right, I kept him entertained. I hit a squirrel ball. Oh my, that thing's huge. Heck yeah.
So
Still
there's
think he needs
that
a
one.
goatee.
And then I made it to where you can like put it on like a sticker, make it a little bit smaller.
Easy Thunderwood. Does that say Chief Slings? Yeah.
He hadn't. I'm not sure if he's doing Chief Slings or Thunderwood. That's just a placeholder. But yeah, that was pretty cool. You want to see what my original logo idea was going to be?
Sure. For you or for Josh's?
For me,
There's
this was the
something
first.
about your
This was the first idea I had.
nice. There's something about your current logo that feels very nostalgic. There's this Spy versus Spy, Darkwing Duck.
Yep.
It's even that artwork. Yeah, 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 yeah. Even that. I like that. That is awesome. Hell yeah. Yes. Like it.
Oh yeah, he got his pin. Yeah, the pin's gonna be sick. His Maker Mark pin.
Who's got a maker mark?
Hicks.
Okay. Picture making. He's making slings,
He's gonna start
cutting some natties.
some natties. You see my first animation? A little PG. I had an idea. This is my ADHD. I had an idea for adult Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this was one of them that I drew up, like Christmas postcards.
I'm having trouble reading backwards here. Cloud.
Could you help me with my nose?
Could you help me? It's nice. I like it.
This one says, "Time to put your balls in my face."
Yes. That is awesome.
Yeah, spy versus spy thing. That's kind of what I was thinking. It
Yeah, there's
was,
something in your logo that just hits nostalgic, almost like remember Andy Cap fries? It's that type of
mm.
artwork. Is it like a 50s, 40 or something? Like there's something to that. I don't know
so
if it's got an actual style or not or name to it, but
I don't think it. I don't really have a name. Because I do. It's kind of a graffiti, old school graffiti slash like retro, like spy versus spy. It's the
okay.
old school graffiti is kind of the same way. And I
Yeah,
started doing graffiti when I was little as well. But yeah, no, that thing is I love it. It's pretty sick.
yeah, that's
And
awesome.
I didn't know what to do. I just like because Sketchy came from I when I did graffiti. My graffiti name was Sketch because I would
Okay.
just draw all the time, and then I ended up on Xbox. I ended up going by Mr. Sketchy because Sketch was taken, and
Hmm.
then uh and then everyone just called me Sketchy after that, and then it just stuck. And that's where I'm like, I'll just do Sketchy Slings. And then when I made a logo, I was thinking about I didn't know how to like really put a logo together. I was like, well, when they think of Sketchy, they think of someone that's
Being
a
sketchy.
little,
Yeah,
yeah, a
yeah.
little sketched out. So
Uh-huh.
I originally thought of a dude with a whole ski mask on, but but then I was like, I'll do like a kind of like a weird guy with a long coat, and then
Right, right.
the whole spy thing can happen.
I it would have been hard to choose between that and the trench coat open with some slingshots in it. That was good.
Yeah.
That would have been classic too. Yeah, man, I had a
Who
roommate
hates you,
who's an
Paul?
artist and he would paint everything. I remember coming home to our apartment one day and our dining room table was flipped over on end and he was just covering the whole thing. Like everything
Oh
he
yeah,
saw was a canvas, right? He now owns an art shop downtown and on Main Street, and like
mm,
he and his wife sell rocks and crystals and his art all over the store, and it's awesome. Like
yeah.
he's very inspired by the I wish I could remember the name right now, and I can't. But if I said the name, you would be like, okay. And his art's very similar to it. It's like these sketches of people doing this. They're just like almost stick figures, yellow and blue, and I can't remember his name. The famous like Chicago artist. Um,
I know what you're talking about. Ah,
it's killing me. But anyway, that's his type of
it's
style of art. And
like a doodle kind of
yeah,
person.
yeah. I know you would know it as soon as I say it. You'd be like, yeah, exactly. Anyway, his artwork is very inspired. Before he was doing that before he even knew who that guy was, which is kind of cool. He may have seen some of it in the streets of Chicago, that's where he got his inspiration. But yeah, that dude was in and out of jail for a while for graffiti, you know. And now he's a legit like I go into the bar that our neighborhood bar on the wall. He's got a huge mural that he's done and outside out back and
Yeah,
yeah, all around town. The other day I was in a car in Mishawaka near Notre Dame in South Bend. And there's a tobacco shop, and I look up and I'm like, I know that artwork. Like that's my dude. Yeah, that's my old roommate, man. That's cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's neat to grow up and get paid and become legit.
The trench coat logo, the one where you had it open. I was thinking about
Yes.
doing that just as a sticker though.
Yeah, that'd be a good sticker.
Like my plans is just gonna have a bunch of different slingshot stickers just drawn up. Mad Magazine. Oh yeah.
So you're gonna be like with stickers, you're gonna be the equivalent to Paul with his pens. You're just gonna have a ton of stickers.
His pins, dude. He went to town on those pins.
Yeah,
Did you
he
see them?
did.
Yeah.
I've seen what he handed out, and they're hilarious.
I already started looking into how I can display them. Like put them all in like a piece of fabric and hang it on the wall or something.
Yeah, he does LP, but get in line. I'm in line.
Andy hit me up. I got to do Andy one coin. I actually thought about some of yours the other day. I haven't drawn it up yet. Uh, Hicks kind of cut the line. Only reason because like when I was like thinking of the Chief Thunderwood, it already popped in my head. But I was
Right.
gonna have like a wooden stick in his hand, and
Mhm.
then I ended up putting a slingshot. And then I don't even know if Smo wanted one, but I even thought of one for Smo, and already actually kind of sketched one up last night when I was just fucking around.
Scruffy's right. Keith Haring. Dude, thank you, Scruffy.
Keith
Reginald,
Haring,
excellent.
yeah.
Yes, that's the guy. Yeah, his name's Josh who does the work. And every time you hear Joshua, you want to play a game?
I gotta look at it up now.
Yeah, as soon as you see Keith Haring, he spelled it Haring. There, yeah,
Yeah, he
it's
was a graffiti artist as well.
yeah, yeah. That's my dude's art's very similar to that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
I
does
remember.
like robot heads now, big square chunky robot heads, and
I want
other
to see
stuff like
sketchy.
that. Be
Oh,
weird and stay funky. I probably have some of his artwork. I know I have artwork in the garage of his, and I'm sure if I have it down here.
Smo,
I'll get
I
some
am still
pins.
playing around, and I don't even know if you wanted one. But when I thought of it, I'm like, how would you have a logo because of Smo Show? So when you think of show, what do you think of?
Video camera. Taking a show.
So every time I think of a
Curtains.
logo, I always like
Uh-huh.
jot down
Curtains.
everything.
Right.
So, like you said, first thing was
There it is. Yeah,
video
yeah.
camera. But there's no only thing is there's not a lot of slingshot relations to this. So that's where I
Right.
don't really, I still got to play around with. But when I have something in my head, I always draw it up. So there's another one. It's just like the like
Mm-hmm.
like like the film.
Smo. Yeah, Smo on film. I like
Yeah.
it.
This one's my favorite one though. And again, it's just rough.
Yes. That's very YouTubey as well, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
With the O as the TV, and then he all of his stuff he shows is slingshot. So why not have a slingshot in the TV? That's kind of what I was thinking. Hawk is in line too. Hawk was wanting one.
Hawk just joined us. He wants to know what he missed. Sketchy is now Team Coin and bows to the master. It's just how it goes.
Heck
I
yeah.
sometimes wonder the new people that show up, like Scales and Bones. Like, does he think I'm actually a cocky little shitbag? Like, because
I think I got you when I first saw you. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be cool. Like funny, like cool to meet in person. I think I was like, oh, he's gonna be really cool.
yeah, no, I mean I end up talking a lot of shit with people and having fun, and it seems like people and I aren't getting along, but we're always we're always just having a good time. So I wonder. I remember LP being confused by us talking. Like he's like, "Wait, are you and Mikey mad at each other?" Like, no, no, not at all. Yeah, we all know it. That's right. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
you know. Look at this beautiful piece. Look at that piece.
That Axiom, yeah.
Yeah. Custom.
That shit's sick.
Yeah, dude. When he handed me this, I pooped myself. This is
So you want me to kind of tell you about the ideas I had in my head for you?
yes, yes. Do so.
So there's different style of logos, and I like going with like the cartoony style just because it's fun. It's a nice play. With like the NSL logo, it's a little bit more professional, very
Sure.
simple. Um, so when I was thinking of you of like musician, like obviously I want to do a play off of like you used to do magic and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I was either gonna do a musician with like the top cat hat, and he has his hands out wide like this, and he has like a coin floating in the air and a slingshot floating in the air. Um, and then have coin work underneath it. Or I also thought of like a top hat with a slingshot coming out of it with a guy like kind of like with his hands doing this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
like it.
there's some other ones I was kind of thinking of. It's just a lot of times I have to draw them up or I forget it.
No, man, those sound great. They sound great. The I've messed with like AI trying to get it to do things, and
That shit always
they'll
turns
get
out weird.
they really struggle with the concept of slingshots, man.
Oh,
It's like fingers. It's like fingers. They can't figure it out. That's but yeah, coins laying around, a slingshot, and I was doing all sorts of stuff. But Yeah, man. I think
Yeah.
you're right. Going with a more cartoon logo is going to be the way to go
Either
because
that or I know you're into video games, so I could probably kind of do like an old school game, like themed like logo, but kind of have the style kind of like I don't know. I don't say Minecrafty, but you know how Mario used to be back in Nintendo.
8-bit
Oh
style.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Pixar, right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Pixar. That's right. Yeah, man, pixel art came back too. Like I was seeing, there's graffiti artists that are doing pixel art. Man, it's
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like not long ago, I was walking on the path out here, and there's a flower made out of blocks, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
yeah. There's this one guy I can't remember his name. He's a you. He falls in line with graffiti artists because there's different categories in graffiti. Like you have people that are into stencils, people that are into wheat paste, which is like a poster that they put up on the board. Then they go into like the spray paint, people like
Mhm.
stickers, all that stuff. This guy literally makes like a square and he takes little tiny square pieces of tile and he makes it like a character out of it. And it's like pixelated character. And I don't know how he does it, but he'll put something on the back of it and literally throw it up on top of the wall where no one can reach. And then it will just
Oh
stick up
wow,
there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
that's cool. Yeah, my roommate, I'm pretty sure his first arrest was he was riding the L,
Do
and he took a
something
hell of
with
my
an
names
existing cutting a death card. Ooh.
deck of cards. I think he meant to say,
He said
but
death
yeah,
deck of cards. Oh, okay, yeah.
using a slingshot deck of cards. Yeah, there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say my roommate. I'm pretty sure his first arrest was he was riding the L train and had a "Hello, my name is" sticker, and
Yeah.
his little
Yeah.
tag on that, and he would just like slap it onto something, and yeah, somebody caught him doing that, and he got in trouble for it. Like out of everything, a "Hello, my name is" sticker, right? Like, come
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
on.
I told Weston about what I got into. It was pretty rough. It was graffiti related, but
Yeah, I
this
can I can tell you some stories running around with him while he got in trouble, and I stayed out of trouble, but I was definitely involved with what he was
oh yeah,
doing, and
that's
yeah,
kind of like
it's
my friends so that was around me, but I was the one that was getting in trouble, and then they got
yeah,
free.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I stood outside of the cop shop waiting for him to come through the doors. He's like, "I knew it, man. They kept telling me you were in the room next to me, the narking, blah blah blah."
Dude, yeah, this sign is a lot more powerful. It's
All
more
right, now you just
snappy.
made me want to go back to it.
The
Keep
thing is,
shooting
like,
all these different
I'm not
photos.
like using the little I mean, that is a thin pouch, and I'm not a big fan of it. I'm still trying to get used to it. I like it because you can feel everything, but I
Mm-hmm.
also don't like it because you can feel everything. So, like, if I
Right.
don't pull it 100%, I feel like sometimes it will, like, turn you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
then I have to stop and adjust it, make sure I have it right. But I like switching to these every now and then because, like, obviously, if I'm not pulling at it, this is just me, like my opinion. But if I don't pull straight and the pouch isn't lined up right, and I end up pulling it to where it's like this, then
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what it's doing to the pit pouch when I don't feel that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So a
Right.
lot of times I like going to these thinner pouches just to practice on just pulling evenly. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if
I don't
that
know if you
matters, but
noticed. When I'm lining up, quite often I do this, and that's me trying to get my bands and the pouch perfectly even. That's one
are
of
you on
those
your pad?
things. What's
Do you
that?
shoot, do you shoot on your pads like this?
Yeah, just like that.
Oh, damn. So you don't even shoot in your crease. You don't shoot right here. You shoot literally like that.
I'm literally, I mean, it's yeah. No, my crease is back here. So when I do yeah, I'm always on my pads because when I do thumb up, I hold like this too. So
And
it's yeah, that's nutty. Let's try it. Thumb up. Whew,
yeah.
that's got some speed behind it.
Did you see me when I was trying to do long draw the other day?
You were good at like inch and a half from your face, man.
I was
We
I
kept
was
yelling
close.
at you. Put your cheek on it. Put your cheek on it.
I was close enough.
I was hoping we could compare creases tonight.
I bet you my crease is more worn out than yours.
You're doing it right. No, you're doing it right. Ethan, come on, get it right. All right, here we go. Time to actually hit the target. I haven't hit anything yet doing this. Ooh, just left. It's going to sound good
I was
when I
like, I
get
don't
it.
know if you saw like Hicks. I ended up giving Hicks some of these because he said he likes feeling the ball in his hands, but he like
Mhm.
literally like I don't even know. He's like this holding the ammo.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
He's like right on his fingertips.
Yeah. So I went through a few phases where I would just lose my shot altogether and not know what I was doing wrong. And I would have to work through it.
Mhm.
I think I still have. You can probably go back and see lives or other videos where I'm like, I've lost my mojo or I get my mojo back. It was because I just wasn't shooting well. And I do now. Now, what I believe it is the thinner, more worn out pit pouches I was using. I'm pinching differently. Like for
Yeah,
somehow,
oh yeah.
some way, I'm holding it differently, and then that release makes or breaks you, dude. Your
Yep.
release is one of the most
Oh,
important aspects of your shot. And I'm telling you, if you change up your release slightly, your aim is going to be
yep.
slightly different,
That's
usually up and
exactly
down.
why I like practicing sometimes with this thinner pouch.
Hmm.
Because you don't feel those little differences when you have like a stiff pit pouch sitting in between your hands. And your
Right.
release is a little bit more cleaner when you have like a pit pouch that is brand new. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you there's room for error with a stiff pit pouch. Where
Yes.
like with something like this, I like to play with every now and then just so that I'm making sure my release is there. And then
Yeah.
once you go back to pit pouch, you're dead on.
Yeah. But I've gone through phases. Like I remember being down here one night thinking, you know what? I've been lied to because I was releasing like this. This was my hold. I was literally putting the ball behind my fingers
Mm.
and like just releasing, like it was coming
Yep.
out, and I was dead on. And I'm like, everybody freaking lied. They're always like on top of the ball,
Mhm.
not in front of the ball, and blah blah. No, man. I was like, this is it. This is the secret. And the next day I came down here and tried it, and I think I was hitting the wall. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, what was going on
That's
last
like one of
night?
those days, like I have almost the same story, but it's opposite. It's a little
Uh-huh.
different, right? You know how you're like you're zoned in, damn, this is it, this is awesome, this is perfect. You come in the next day and it's fucking horrible. There
Right.
was one I went to Buffalo Wild Wings one day. I hate blue cheese, by the way. And I got Buffalo Wild Wings and I went to go watch a UFC fight and I got piss ass drunk. And I had I think they called it a black and blue cheeseburger. And
Sure.
I fucking loved it. Loved it, thought it was the best fucking burger ever. Next time I went to Buffalo Wild Wings,
You didn't
I
know what was in
ordered it.
it though,
I
did you?
ordered it. It was fucking disgusting. I
You're,
fucking hated it. I'm like, how the fuck was it this good?
it's
It's the
because you
same thing,
didn't
same
actually
concept.
know it was blue cheese because you were hammered and you're like, that sounds good, whatever that is.
Yeah,
And you ate it. And then you were like telling yourself, this is blue cheese. Why did I order this last time? Okay. Oh, no,
yeah,
I don't like
hated it.
that.
I literally put it down and ordered something different. I did not like it at all. I didn't even know there was blue cheese in it when I first ate it. Like, I didn't taste it at all.
That's funny. Who knows? Maybe you got the wrong burger and you just thought you had a black and blue.
Probably. Yeah. I probably slurred my words and be like, cheeseburger.
Black and blue burger. Just get the guy a damn burger, dude. Oh,
Someone needs
shit.
to make a thicker, stiffer pouch.
Yeah,
Stiffer, thicker pouch. The pit
I
pouches,
like
the purple pit pouches aren't bad. Yeah.
I've been using these lately, and they're
Yep.
they're pretty thick. They're not bad.
Yep. That's
Yep,
the same one.
same one.
Yep.
Same one. I typically use the
Even when these get pretty worn out, they're still pretty stiff. The simple shot are not isn't too bad, but they get worn they like loosen up a little bit
I
longer.
was using these, and these are what like I some of these I have are so worn and supple. It's like shooting thin leather.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable. I don't even know how I can tell that it's in the. But I've stopped using them. I've banded everything up with newer stuff, and my accuracy I feel like has gone up a little bit.
yeah.
Blue cheese is not nasty. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's
Oh
delicious.
yeah,
I just had an apple almond salad with blue cheese yesterday, and it was amazing.
disgusting. I hate blue cheese. Because even with the purple's on the bottom, that's the simple shot. It's almost like double the thickness.
The simple shot on the bottom.
Simple shot's on top.
Oh, on top. Okay.
The purple's on bottom.
Is that a solid black? All black? Solid?
Yeah.
Solid? Yeah.
Talking about the
Okay.
simple shot one, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Simple shots.
yeah. I kind of like the simple shot though. When it wears in, the pit seems a little bit better once it wears in.
Okay. I don't think I've ever used the pits from Simple Shot.
Dude, I haven't shot the LT2 in a while. Back to 40 though.
I've got a classic LT, and I don't know I haven't shot it in ages. It's hanging in the garage.
Have you seen my plank, the pickle fork?
I may have seen a picture of it. Is it white?
Nah.
No. I want to see it though. Oh, that sounded really loud. I think I've lost my backdrop.
There you go. It's plank. The pickle fork.
I've seen this. I've seen it. Yes, and that is awesome, dude. I
I've
love
been to like a
the
little finger groove in the inside.
nice.
Yeah, a little plank.
That's really cool, dude. You
These
could
bands are you could tell I did not know what I was doing with pickle forks. These are point 6.2 from GZK.
that's hot.
They're
Yeah.
fucking hot.
Yeah.
I'm a,
I about put a hole through my cash box. I got to go figure out what's going on with my backdrop. Shooting 300 feet per second might be the problem.
yeah, they're way too hot. I'll pull out the old Natty Mark One pickle. See how I do. I'm still shooting 8 mil. Still shooting 8 mil, so we'll see. Sniper sling pit pouch. Super stiff. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to try that.
I knocked my backdrop off. First time I've done that. Shooting these hot bands. This cyan ain't no joke.
You're gonna have to get a new catch box.
It did not damage the back. This cash box it can take a beating because I shot one directly into the back of the box. It sounded loud, but didn't do any damage. LP, you have a good night, man.
All right, LP. I even like that's like a handmade leather pouch that I cut by hand. Well
Nice.
used, well used.
A good,
So
well-used leather
literally,
pouch
besides the
can become a
latex, it's
pit.
all natural.
Besides the latex, technically latex is natural too.
Oh yeah, it's heavily processed.
Guess we'll have to move over to sheepskin. To be
Sheepskin.
all natural. To be all natural.
Am I in for the Hocking Hills tournament? I'm not sure. I gotta talk to the wifey.
You better be in for the Hocking Hills, dude. That's
I would
gonna
like to
be
go. If I'm going, I'll have to drive. That's like 6.5 hours long. It's not too bad, but
you
I'll
act
have to
like
take
that's
off of work.
yeah, yeah. I take off of work too for it.
We were literally going. I'm spending 2 weeks because once the kids are in summertime, we do all of our vacation in the summer. So we're literally, was it 2 weeks from now? We're probably going to be heading out to the beach, and then we got an RV last year, which was fun. We went for our first year last year in RV, and then
Nice.
uh, and
Was
then
it like a 1-800 rent me RV on the side of the RV?
what's that?
Did you have like one of those 1-800 rent me RVs on the
No,
side?
no,
And no.
we bought one last year. I got a
Oh, you
used
did.
one.
What do you
Yeah,
have?
it's a uh, shit, I can't even think of the name now.
Dutchman, Jayco, Keystone.
Keystone
Keystone. I
Cruise
used to
Light,
work for Keystone.
Cruise Light. That's it. Cruise Light.
Nice, nice. I used to work for Keystone. I was in a bunch of different departments. Sprinter, Montana,
Yeah,
Montana was the one I was in for the longest. But yeah, that's I live in Elkhart
South
County.
is
This
it
is the RV capital
Salem?
of the world.
Yeah,
What is
Salem
it?
Cruise Light or something like that.
The Salem. Yeah, 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 I know
Yeah,
what you're
that's
talking
what I
about.
got.
Yeah,
So
very
a
similar
30
to the Sprinter. Yeah.
30 footer with a bunkhouse.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
the kids love
Nice.
it.
Yeah, that's Elkhart County here. We're the RV capital of the world, man. All the Dutchmen, Coachmen, Jayco,
Mhm.
they're all located here. Keystone. Yep.
Yeah, we got that. We go to Outer Banks every year, so we're going this year again. But we're playing around. Our first week, we're going to go to a different beach, and then 2 weeks later, we'll end up going back to the Outer Banks.
Okay. Nice. I have a family reunion in 2 weeks, I think. 2 weekends
Mm.
at Hocking Hills.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Hocking Hills is a great destination. If you want to, you can try to talk your family into going with you to the tournament because there's Hocking Hills downtown is awesome. There is great camping and beautiful waterfalls and the old man cave and like
Yeah.
all it's gorgeous, dude. It's a tourist destination. But Scott just happens to live right there in the heart of it all, and has
That's
great
cool.
property to let you run
You-
around on and play in his backyard.
So when you go to Hocking Hills, do you usually stay with your family?
No, just happens to be where we're holding the
Uh,
reunion. Like this is all that my wife's family's coming in to Hocking Hills just because you can get a whole bunch of cabins in one area and stay together and yeah,
oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, most of her
Only
family is from the Ohio and Indiana area now.
only 2 days. Yeah. Does it start on Friday or Saturday?
All day. I think officially Friday he does like a rules announcement, and then so Friday and Saturday is the true tournament. But
So I
I think people
probably
start
need
showing
to
up
take off
Thursday
on
night.
Thursday, drive Thursday, get and then stay Friday,
Mhm.
Saturday, and go back Sunday or
Yeah. Yes, I've camped HHSOT every time. The last time I took my air mattress along with it's like a little twin bed air mattress and used that in the tent, but I was prepared to be able to shove it into the car in case it was too cold or rainy or
mm,
you know. But yeah, I camp there every time. Yeah, most people get there like Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. And yes, definitely camp it because the talks around the campfire and hanging out is it's some of the most memorable times I've had.
that's one thing I think I like when like we got the house and everything, which was fun. But it's like when you get tired, you just like, all right, let's go to the house. And we didn't end up doing like a night shot from the woods or
Mhm.
anything like that. Especially with, I think if it wasn't raining, we probably would have stayed there a little bit later at night. But I mean, we stayed till like fucking 12, 1 o'clock. Shit, what
Sure.
was it? Saturday after the whole tournament, we stayed talking bullshitting with Smo until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. Smo likes to talk a lot of bullshit. No. Yeah. We but seriously, my first tournament I showed up was it was HHST, and that's where I met Jordan and Linder and Dana, and like we all got along like gangbusters and just went at it. And it was a great time. That's when I figured out that Jordan has this weird thing about peanut butter, and it's, you learn a lot about a person. It's amazing.
I feel like it's a little weird when I shoot a pickle. I always keep my finger up, and I think it's just habit because of the wider frames. But I always
Yeah,
keep it up
that's
and pointed forward.
I'm a brace guy anyway, so I that's constantly happening. So I think even with a really small one, I would do the
But
same.
the way I usually shoot, I usually wrap it at the very top, like that's how I usually shoot.
Okay.
But with pickle, I feel like I have to like because there's nothing in there. I can't yeah, that doesn't feel good. So I'm
Is
almost
it
have to be like out like that.
is it the equivalent of pinky out with a teacup or
Yeah, so, it's like the loser shot. Yeah,
loser? Oh, I
still playing
miss.
pickle.
Yeah, Jordan's not wrong, man. HHST is more about the friendship and the hangout time and there is a competition happening. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, we take our shots seriously. We but we're having a hell of a time doing it. Like that's the and
Yeah,
it's not like yeah, I don't know how to explain it. The ECST always feels a little more official, a little more like structured, a little more. Uh, that's just how it feels, and it's
yeah,
what it is. It really is that way. This is Scott saying, "Come to my backyard, hang out, play, and here's some scorecards."
yeah.
And it's a hell of a time.
Dude, it feels so weird shooting a pickle and then going back to a normal frame.
I'm sorry, what was that? I was
Like
reading.
it feels weird going coming from a pickle to a normal frame.
Dude, I cannot shoot pickle. Like, I mean, I can, I have, and I do, but not well, and
Yeah,
not indoors. But I gotta get better because yeah, it's just more to collect. I need a couple more pickle forks, right? Like, as soon as I get good with pickle forks, I'm gonna want a bunch of different ones until I find the one.
I ended up getting like a Liberty one from Tray Table, and that's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get better at pickle.
Yeah, yeah, Dave handed me a pickle fork at one point too, and now I have a pickle fork that's really nice. And I've got a couple pickles from Jordan that are nice, and like I've got a I've got a handful of pickles. I got back in the day. Gene gave me like I said I
Oh,
was
I do
afraid
have
of
jeans
pickle
too.
forks, and he was like, "I'm gonna send you a pickle fork. You want a pickle fork? Like which one do you want to buy?" And like he showed me a few. I was like, "I'll take that one." I got that one and like not eight, probably three or four different plywood ones as well from them. Then in the package, I was like, "Holy cow, this is awesome!"
I forgot about my jeans. I have a print set of it. I never shot it, but I got this jean one.
No one is serious. That's how I won. Yeah, I didn't take myself seriously, and I won. No, I that time, when I took the woods course, the whole time leading up to the woods course, I was talking shit to Robert Pursley, to Linder, to Jordan that I was going to kick their asses and that I was going to win. I was going to win the tournament. I'm on top of it, and I'm gonna kick them all in the woods course, especially the woods course. And somehow I pulled it off. I don't know how. I don't know how I was able to back up all the shit talk. I was just trying to psych everybody out.
Ooh. Yeah, this is one I jean. I have a planchetta too that he sent me. But I barely shoot them. Like I banded it up, shot it once, and I'm like, "Yeah, I put it away." I was testing out. I did the that's the silicone tape that there's
That's
literally no
cool.
tie. It just literally wrap it and
Yeah.
sticks to each other.
Stretches and sticks. Yep. That's cool. That's not a bad idea for wrap and tuck. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
that's what I usually I play around with it. Like I have the gasser too that has that on there. Oh no, not gasser. I have the fuck, what is it? It's a simple shot frame, but it's offset like that. What is it?
He's got everything hidden in that closet. Tell you. Wonder what else he keeps hidden in the closet.
Ah, the torque edge. That's what it is. The
Starting to wonder
torque.
what else you keep hidden in that closet. Nice, the torque.
Yeah.
That's a good frame too, man. I have a simple shot pro torque. I love it.
Yeah,
Also
I've been
black.
liking the offset frames. Have been pretty nice lately.
Dude, the offset is what I mean. When I first went to my first tournament, I was using the Tomahawk from Wasp
Yeah.
offset and loved it. Loved it. Um, trying to think of what else, and then the torque X, I think is what it is. Is it X? Is it torque X,
This one's the X.
Jordan? Yeah, yeah, torque X. Okay. And how do you hold it? I'm curious. Some people hold it backwards.
Hold it the right way.
Yeah, and which way's that? Okay. Okay.
The
Some people
normal way.
use that drop, what I call the thumb drop. Some people hold it with the thumb drop up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I guess that is a little comfortable too, just because again, I usually like fold my finger over right at this top pad. So with it
Hmm.
sitting a little high, that's still comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to me, I think it feels better this way.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how you feel. Like if you like it more in your palm, then
Hmm.
yeah, I could see it being like this, upside down. If you want that handle in your palm, but to me, usually when I grab this, I just grab it with my pads, so it's not even in my palm.
Yeah, I've got to go. I want to modify. I've got a couple X's, and I've got out of that same material. So I want to try sticking some clips on one of them. I've seen other people have had success doing it, so I want to give it a try.
Like the wasp clips.
Yep, yep. They Simple Shot would never condone it, but I've seen it done, and it works.
There's so much business there. They should like come out with their own like universal clip system, like the
It would
wasp
be
clip.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be kind of cool that you could just anything you pick up. Got to figure out a way. I know for a long time, castration rings were real popular, and that might work on a lot of wrap and tucks. You could still try
yeah,
those,
yeah.
but
That's like I think I don't know. Do you see how I tie my tubes? Like how I attach my pouch to my tubes?
no. Speaking of castration rings, you're talking about tying tubes now. What's going on?
I use a tube to tie my tube
You use a tube to tie the tube?
to tie the other tube. See that?
How are you doing that? Are you just
I
not
can
sure
show
how
you.
that's knotted?
I can show you real quickly. It's very easy. It's
Are you
literally
just making an actual knot with the tube? Or is that a separate piece tied around the tubes?
it's a separate tube.
It is separate. Okay. So is it like a square knot? No, that can't be a square knot.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my shit. It's pretty quickly.
Just paying it forward, Mr. Ethan. Look at you being the good guy again. I think Ethan's trying to look good. He's trying to be the good guy. We all know Ethan's the bad guy. He's the one who will talk crap and whisper in your ear while you're trying to shoot for a score. He'll get you. He'll get to you. He does that. You think he's a nice guy until you compete with him. Good evening, everybody. What's up, Michael? Good to see you. Al, I saw your picture, by the way. I now know what you look like. Oh, I will 100%, he says. Yep. He's nice to you now, but you just wait. Oh, come on. Miss missing that. Zoom in. Zoom in. There he is. Zoom in a little more. There we go. Going for the green. Going for the green. Yachty.
I got my slingshot shit everywhere. I gotta find a pull through tool.
Oh, the pull through?
Yeah.
Paperclip. Come on. Missed that. Come on. Nicked it. Just nicked it. We gotta actually hit it. Gotta make the sound. Gotta make it sound like I'm hitting it. Still not smacking that dead when you. It's what I like about a wasp. You can hear it when you hit it right. Hit it good. There we go. That sounded good. Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. Sounds awful. That and COVID at the same time? Holy cow. I've got
I ended up making my own.
I've got gut issues, and every time I would go to a new GI doctor, they'd be like, I think you have Giardia. And Giardia's nickname, do you know what it is? Sketchy?
What's that?
Beaver fever.
Beaver fever?
I even had a shirt that had a beaver on it, and it said, I've got beaver fever.
I couldn't find my band tying kit, but so I made my own with a paperclip. So
Nice.
literally cut a
I
small
see
piece
what
of
you're
tube.
doing. Okay. Yeah.
And you literally just stick that through there, pull it through, so that tube is in there like that,
Uh-huh.
and then put the pull through tool just inside of the little tube itself,
Yeah.
and then I
Go
spin it
around the pouch.
180, and then the tag end goes in back inside.
Sure.
So now you have like a nice little knotted tube,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and you can adjust it to the end.
Jordan. Ah. Man,
And
and then where do
then
you shove that piece when you're done with it? When you're so you don't lose it?
this is why I've made a smaller one, so this works with a smaller pull through tool. I don't know if it'll work with this one or not.
They're hokey. That tube that you've got there, that is some fluorescent shit, man. That stuff's like day glow.
So so there's two so it has this tube that's flipped over, so it's kind of like double tied, like two layers. So I
Hmm.
put the pull through tool. Make sure you pull through both of them, and then I usually pull to where the end of this is pointing towards the tag end, and then I usually have a second one. I don't know if I'll be able to do this or not. Here, let's see here. I'll just use this. There we go. So you got that, and then I just literally put the tag in back through
And pull it out.
and pull it out.
Is that a high style pouch?
Yeah,
Nice.
usually I put a little spit on it. That usually don't hurt.
Helps make everything glide a little better.
There you go. And then just trim the edge. But this shit holds.
Nice. I'm gonna have to give that a try. I'm gonna mess with that. Ooh.
I wish I could
Shot.
do that with a normal one, like with the flat bands, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What the hell are you talking about? What's trouble? You're talking about the
Hmm?
stuff that
Oh, they're talking about that spotted fever crap.
the beaver fever.
No, I was tested for beaver fever. I never had it, but they're talking about the other fever, the Rocky Mountain spotted fever or something. There was the alpha girl gal is my worst fear. That sounds scary already,
Oh.
especially if it's Miss Hicks we're talking about. She's coming after you. EG tonight. Yeah, man, it is kind of crazy. You put two guys like us on a live, and we've kept it clean for the most part.
I don't have enough. That's fine.
He's still on his first drink. That's why. I am curious. You keep running into that closet. What else do you hide in the closet? That's
I got toys, camping supplies. Got got a shit ton of my old artwork. Got a bunch of retired firefighter hose.
nice. Were you were you firefighter or volunteer or something, or
No,
you
my
know
buddy.
somebody that is?
Yeah, my buddy. I ended up using it to make like wallets out of it and stuff.
Okay. They ran out of
Seriously,
pigs.
foreskins are all the joke.
And nobody's hurt themselves tonight, so we haven't had to get foreskin jokes out.
Dude, the first night I smacked my hand. It's healing up pretty good though.
Oh man, yeah. Seeing, did you put some foreskin on it? Little
I just spit on it.
rub some dirt in it and said I'd be fine.
I kept on smacking it after that. I was like, what the fuck? I was pretty wasted though. Good thing Weston didn't drive with me the first night. It was pretty bad. That first night I was pretty it was like good thing I was 7 minutes away and I swear I took like 15 lefts just to get to the fucking house.
Yeah, yeah. That's another good argument on why you should camp at HHST.
Yeah, yeah. So do you keep your hand pretty level? Like or do you kind of point forward? Because
I think
I have people kind of. I tend to now point forward and then kind of even cant the top fork a little forward as well.
all right. How am I holding it? I can't tell. I think I can't forward slightly.
So you're kind of yeah.
I don't. Let me try that again. I'm gonna zoom in.
There's times where I would even just cant the tip of the fork forward a little bit too, like the
Okay.
top, kind of
So
like lean it.
I have the sight here that I have to be able to see off of, and if I go too far forward, I'm not going to see the sight. So I think I just slightly lean forward. So let me see, and then show you where I'm at with it. So naturally, when I'm thinking about it, it might be a little more weird. Oh, come on! I
You're
got to
doing
point it
good.
over to the side. Hang on. This is going to look weird. Okay. So let's see if I can do this again. So I'm gonna about to shoot. I can't back up anymore.
Yeah, you're pretty.
Yeah, I'm slightly forward.
Yeah,
Almost. That would be evil. Yeah,
yeah.
that's about all I'm doing.
Cam Vanda was telling me, and I didn't even realize it because he was shooting the Axiom, and he said that
Mhm.
he likes using the fiber optic to tell if he's too far forward or not. Because if you don't see the fiber optic fully, that means that your
Yeah,
frame is perpendicular to the floor. So if he's canted
yeah,
too far forward, then he can see the tip of his frame going in front of the fiber optic.
yep. It's very true that fiber optic moves around on you when you do that. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking slightly, like I'm basically taking the point of my and pointing it on the. If I do this, let's see. Oh, come on, take off the stupid lanyards. So typically, if that's correct, like I'm trying to
Hmm.
can't get the angle right, but basically, when you everything's backwards. I can't do this. Basically, when you have a good solid dot, and then it gets bigger, bigger, smaller, smaller, and
Yeah,
disappears as you lean
yeah,
forward. So yeah, you would actually see it like that.
yeah.
But yeah, you can see it doing that. And I just kind of touch that tip against. I'm almost a semicircle. Maybe
Oh, so you okay?
a little moon in there. Starting to see a crescent because of the slingshot getting in the way.
Yeah, I think the Axiom is a little different then, because with the LT2, it pops up pretty high.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see what the X looks like. Yeah, because I would have to cant that thing pretty hard for me to see it. That's like half dome right there.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I keep it as level straight up and down. I don't
Yeah,
like to do that, but definitely slightly in. And then
yeah.
when I do that, it starts to touch the tip a little bit more on the dot.
I do like the fiber optic, like especially like in the woods or the bigger targets for long distance.
Hmm.
Shooting like smaller targets, it's a little sometimes it's a little hassle because it gets in the way.
I don't know, man. I just shot a squirrel ball using the fiber optic, and I put that dot right on the ball. I mean, I
For
feel
me,
like it helps
I'm
me be
usually
accurate.
like right above the target, which is weird. I So with it's the same distance with the Lions ball. Lions ball, I literally aim like that.
Hmm.
Where with like the Axiom X, I aim where the fiber optic is at the top of my target and not the bottom.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for me, this axiom, I can put this dot right on what I'm aiming at, and
Yeah.
that's why I love it so much. Paul,
Yeah,
you sleep well. Sweet dreams to you, my dude. And yes, just the tip. That's all you need. Just touch the tip, Jordan.
just the
Just
tip.
caress it. Just the tip.
Touch the tip coin. Touch the tip.
If if it ain't got a pinky hole, you got to touch the tip.
I thought it was pretty disrespectful that I didn't come shooting with a pinky hole with you on here.
It's all right. I was
I didn't want you to be walking around with a stiffy all day, all night. With you know
right watching you slide it in and out. Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean.
All right, now I grab the gasser just because of the pinky hole talk.
Do you like your bands resting on the forks, or do you leave a gap? So he's talking about if you have a wire like say the LT2. He's talking about do you like them right on the forks or
Mhm.
lift it up?
I think it depends on the slingshot, and most of my slings I now can't slightly forward because I want the bands on it, but not too much. And like for this, my fiber sight is actually I don't have a fiber sight. I did glue a fiber sight to this at one point, but I don't do that anymore. But what I like to shoot here is it's like an L. I get an L shape, so the tip of the tip of the fork, and as you stretch the band, you get this like little just down the then, and then you get the little ledge of where the band sits, right?
Yeah.
And I try to put that target right there in that V of that L shape,
Mhm.
and that's usually dead on for me.
You're talking
Sometimes
about
with
when you
certain
stretch it.
slings,
So when you stretch it, it's not right on the very tip. It'll
right,
come down a little
right,
bit,
it's
and
slightly down
so
a little
you'll
bit.
aim
Yep.
right off the tip, right where the band meets the frame.
Right. That's kind of sometimes I shoot right off the top of the
Yeah,
band.
yeah.
I mean, right off the top. But it
That's how
all
I learned
depends
how
on
to.
the frame.
That's how I learned how to shoot the Oculators. I bought the Oculators was my first slingshot that I bought,
I did the
and I was like, "What the
same
hell? How do I
mistake.
aim this?" I watched all the videos. They're like, "Just go off with a tip," and I'm like, "There's no fucking tip."
Right. I made the same mistake because I looked at the Oculus. I was like, you can change that up real
Yep.
quick. It's got these plug systems, and you can do through the fork
Yep.
or OTT or I'm getting that one. And then I'm like, round tips. What the fuck is this? Like, I can't shoot this.
That's when I learned. I finally found out where I would shoot right off of the tip of the band.
Okay.
Yep. And that's where I would have it, and I would have, and I would shoot triple shot black, but I have a black Ocularis, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. So then I bought the white Omega just so that I could see the color difference, and because I would aim right, literally right when you look down at
Sure.
right at the very top of where the band meets the frame, and I was
Hmm.
dead on with it after that.
Nice. I should pull mine out. I haven't used that thing in forever, and I
Me neither.
bet my shooting would be much different with it now.
I got like .62s on mine. I think. Let me see.
But yeah, depending on my it's a 45-degree band placement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
depending on
very
my
long.
sling.
I have a very long active length on this one, but they're .62, and I put a little wrap drop to it.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Dude, I
And the
haven't shot
green
this
and
in
yellow is a
forever.
cool color combo.
Yeah, it has like little skulls on it and shit.
Hmm. Yeah, the other thing that scares me about the Ocularis, dude, is people who don't know how to band a slingshot and they band up the Ocularis, like please read the directions and look at the QR code that comes with the
Yeah,
with that slingshot. 'Cause people shoot that stuff backwards all the time, and oh my goodness.
dude, I'm way off now. Damn, it's been forever.
Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes I'm shooting off the top corner, like if this if the like I like a good sharp point on my
Yeah,
slingshots because that's I want that point pointing at my target typically.
yeah,
And if you look at the axiom, that's where that bead sits right at that point.
yeah.
So that's typically what I like, but it depends on the slingshot. Sometimes I'm shooting off that L shape off the top of the band. Other time, it all kind of depends on how I've honed in on that day too, because those
Yeah.
little, all of that is just micro adjustments
Well,
anyway.
I guess
And
too,
if
because
I,
you have kind of a floating anchor too with
yeah,
doing long draw. Or to me, it's like once I figure it out, it's almost the same thing all the time with short draw.
sure, sure, yeah. For
But you still
me,
got to figure out you still got
I
to
move
figure
a
out the
little.
frame. That's one thing I
Yeah.
think is cool about slingshots is what just happened. I just blocked out.
No, you're good. I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. These bands are way too for 8 mil. I was shooting 9 with this, so it's 0.62 short draw.
Nice.
Best 45-degree. Okay, let me see.
Camera gagged.
I can see that. I'm gonna plug my phone in real fast.
I wonder where my phone's at and battery. 63%. I'm good. Is
Got the
my Zoom
extension cord.
is my Zoom bad still, or am
What's
I
that?
still super zoomed in or something?
No, it's your normal, I think.
Okay. The commenters are just screwing with me. Dead serious for coin. What's dead serious? Camera gagged. Did I miss something, Josh? What do you mean dead serious? Huh? What's going on? What is happening?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm confused. I feel like I'm being threatened by Josh. I don't know. I don't know what I
He
did.
trolling you?
What's that?
It says he trolling you.
I don't know. I don't. I think they're just all screwing with me now. I don't know what's happening. I smell toast. No, I'm kidding. I said joke
Uh,
sketchy. I meant you gagged the camera.
the camera gag.
Camera gag.
That's from
I don't know what. When I read the camera gag, I just assumed Paul said that.
if it's the same thing he's talking about, he was selling Smo was telling us about him and Cam Vandal. And he's like the first time he was with Cam Vandal, they were at some place and is either Smo came out of the bathroom and he's like, "You're done in there," and then Cam Vandal was like, "Good," because I think I heard the toilet gag or something like that. But it's something in those lines. I might be butchering the fuck out of it, but
Sure. That's the funny that how he has all those quips and one-liners and blah blah blah. That's I've never met the guy, but I heard he's exactly like that in real life too.
yeah, yeah.
As long as I don't smell almonds. I'm beginning to smell almonds. Smells like almonds. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I smell toast as a sign of a stroke. Ah, his last words. I smell toast. He's funny.
Let's see here. This is part of my ADHD to switching frames. Let's try this hot ass long draw with 8 mil.
Long draw. You lean into that. I love how you lean into that like you're afraid of it. You've got the so I immediately like I as I'm pulling back, I'm putting it on my cheek, right? But you're like you get it all pulled back and then you're like,
Oh yeah.
do I
uh,
want to do that? Do I really want to put my face that close to it?
yeah, these I gotta make a like a official long draw band set. Yeah,
Yeah,
supersonic
man.
speed. That bitch is fast.
You got to cut the appropriate length, or just get some really good super stretchy stuff like Sniper Sling or the Cyan. I'm telling you, that's one thing I wanted to check. This is the .45. I
Stretchy.
don't think
Yeah.
I cannot, this is cut at 280 and I cannot find a hard stop. Like
I
it
feel
would
like
still
there's a poor
stretch.
pull though, like especially if you're used to Omega, like I can feel the power by stretching it back. Like Omega, you can stretch, but it's a consistent stretch. Like
Right.
the way it feels with the Cyan, I feel like it's a lot more powerful during the beginning of the stretch. Like I can feel it like there, and then
Yeah. It definitely, yeah, during
it
that
definitely pulls
retract, there's
back
a
after.
power in the retract. Yeah.
Yeah,
The but Omega too just wants to go back to shape. Like it's always
yeah,
wanting to snap back. But there's a hard stop on Omega. There's a hard I can well, I can't get to the hard stop on this, but this is cut to 290.
yeah.
So I don't know. I've had bands that when you stretch, it just stop. Like when you hit the limit. I've not hit the
That's like
limit on
with
this stuff.
these. I feel like the stop is here, but I'm
Uh huh.
stretching it to here.
Right. Well, I mean, this stuff. Look at that. Like it just.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's crazy. Like there
yeah,
that. And then this is white. That's still pretty crazy too. Not as much though.
yeah.
Comparatively, but that has a like it kink
You
stops.
feel it. Yeah,
This like it's still I feel like I can keep going until I can't
yeah,
pull anymore. Like I'm
yeah.
running out of strength instead of stop.
Urinals are clogged with. Oh,
Urinals are clogged. Where did you read the urinals are clogged?
is that where it says,
What?
Mister Hicks?
Oh, urinals are clogged with piss. That was one of my favorite Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can clog he clogs urinals with his urine. Clogs toilets with his urine. 750 plus. It could be Hawk. It really could be.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to try to like have it to where I do long draw for like long distance and then short draw for like 10 meters and
Hmm.
have it like that. But we'll see.
I don't want to see. I feel like it's important to always have that one thing does it all. One band for everything, one slingshot for everything.
Yeah,
I've got that. Like that's what I need. But I could see getting a dedicated 10-meter setup, getting a dedicated woods course. Like I could see doing that. But I like just having that variety. It
yeah,
makes me a better all around shooter, in my opinion.
yeah. To me, it's like it's hard to tell if I'm here or if I'm here or if I'm here. You know what I mean? Where short draw, I'm always here.
Hmm. Hmm. Did have I ever shown you how I shoot short draw or how I used to shoot
Yeah,
short draw?
yeah, yeah. Hawk was shooting a different frame for every event. I think Hawk even purchased the frame and shot it during one of the scoring events. He was just like, "I'm gonna shoot this." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm gonna put some bands on it."
That sounds like he's just showing off.
Yeah, he's the hell of a scout, man. That was a little low, so that means I'm a little too high on the cheek. Let's see here. That's a little too high. Mm.
Holy cow! Don't shoot that. And my band all twisted up.
Yeah, these. I gotta get a better band on that. For long term.
Perks to shooting different frame every day. Hawk, man, that was the thing I did was I decided one band cut, same frame, same everything, same pouch, same bands, same frame, and I worked on that until I had it down pat. Then I knew how to shoot, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards away, figured all of that crap out on one thing. But it's nice to just pick up random slings and be able to shoot. Unfortunately, most all my slings are the same size right now that I have down here. I mean, I don't know why I say unfortunately. They just are. What do I have in here? This is oh, there's my beast one. There we go. Beast one. See if I can shoot the beast one. See if I can hit first time. I think that would be a fun challenge to shoot. I've mentioned this before. Shoot like if you have 20 frames, 20 shots. Use a frame each
Oh
frame.
yeah, yeah. I think the 20 came from because I only had 20 frames myself. I was still you're like, how many frames do people have? And I'm like, I got 20.
Right.
And I think
Right.
that's
Right.
what set the limit.
I don't think I've done that. I mean, I know I've done it on a live, just shooting randomly, but I should create an actual like, let's do this. Here we go.
So,
Here's the frame. Here, this frame messes with me. I love this frame. You recognize one of these?
yeah, oh yeah.
So, but it messes with me because it shoots. It's a 90. Nice. Are you shooting 92 or is that 80?
This is an 85, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah,
80.
he
So
should
this
have
is
it.
a 90.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, shit, you can't see nothing.
The band's getting away.
So I think it's 85.
85. That mine's branded as a 90 off to the side. You can see it says
Okay.
90.
Yeah. Yeah, mine don't have that.
Okay. But anyway, what I found is this shoots differently than all my other 90s. So I find myself aiming on the
Yeah.
black line
Same here.
and not off the corner, which is really weird. All my other slings, I aim off the corner, but I think it's because it holds so low on
Yeah.
this fork. If I put my
Yeah.
pinky in here, it's holding so low that something's a little bit different. It's weird, but it
Yeah.
shoots great for me. I love it.
Is that the only bug you have?
Yes, this is my first fug, man. I don't know why I've never picked one up before, but
I traded them for a leather notebook cover that had BB-8 on it, and then
uh-huh.
I ended up picking this out.
That's
It's
nice.
a black G10
Uh-huh.
with like the red accents, and then
Nice.
he ended up throwing that in there with it, which I haven't even banned this one up yet.
It's gorgeous. I like it. Are those both the same size?
Yeah,
Nice.
but I ended up putting. I have a bunch of Kydex hardware. I ended up putting some binder posts that I use for Kydex on this, which I
Mm-hmm.
like because it's black, and then he has his that comes with like the silver post screws.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to end up putting these on this one. Does yours have silver on it?
Yeah, they're silver, but I've got like black washers on this
Yeah,
side and
yeah,
then silver on that. Flathead silver on this side.
yeah. It's the same.
Yeah, I'm shooting a little higher than I think. I'm hitting, but
All right, what are
not
we
got
talking
it
about
yet.
here?
Whoa, that was way off.
Everyone likes a good fug. You damn right, Al. Have you done the time can cut?
I have not. I've not. I had a
Me
good
neither.
chance to do to. I don't want to do the can't cut down here because it's not fair. I'm not at 10 meters.
I haven't done it either, but everyone that's done it shoots 9.5, so I'm at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
That's my
that's
excuse.
I think another fun thing to do is see how many times you can hit a can without cutting it. Like
Oh,
keep it
man.
intact, but how many holes can you put through it? And then 8 millimeter would have the advantage on that.
That's Paul's little game he likes to play. He says, like
Yeah.
you have to hit the
Yeah, but he
can.
counts misses too. Oh wait, no.
He, he, he says that you have to hit the can, but not cut it. And the first
Right.
person that cuts it loses.
Yeah. No, it's a great idea.
Because then you got to aim at, like, usually you're aiming like, okay, it's hanging on by a thread. I'm going to smack the bottom of it. So maybe it'll swoop away. And you're like, I would imagine if it's on a thread, you'll be like, all right, I'm going to aim up at the very top or something.
Oh yeah. I love this bee swan, dude. It's
Oh, yeah.
cheapest G10 you can ever find, but oh my goodness. It's got a nice, like I was saying, nice sharp point, aiming
Yeah.
edge. It's great.
That from
It's sleek. This is a sniper sling.
Sniper Sling. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they make them.
Yeah. Ladder race. That's the reason why. Hawk, were you in here when I showed my catch box? That's the reason why I made that catch box like the two stacks so I can do the ladder race.
Yeah, that's one thing. I built that ladder, and I've now gone through so much freaking ammo because I don't have anything to catch behind it.
Yeah.
So I gotta either set my other old target up that has the big catch blankets, or
I gotta get some more
yeah,
in.
or just lose ammo into the void. Ladder races. Ladder races are fun. Yeah, that's one thing that died out was I was a part of a Facebook group called the Sandlot. I don't know how many people were involved in that are on here right now, but the Sandlot was a lot of fun on Facebook shooting. That was cool. Can win little mini competitions, little challenges. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. That thing's tall.
Yeah, that's a 9.5.
All right, I think I only have a few more minutes in me, man. I see it's getting to be midnight for me, so and my legs are like starting to give out. They're still tired from that stupid long bike ride I took. It's the dumbest shit I've done.
That
I was an
gooch is
idiot,
still
man.
the
I
gooch
got
is
on this
still
bike
sore.
and what's that?
I said the taint is still sore.
Oh man, the taint's still sore. My legs are still sore. It was dumb, man. I got to a point where I was just riding out on a pathway and away from home. And finally, when I was like, oh man, my butt really hurts now, is when I decided to turn around and head home and had to like ride the rest of it back. And it was a horrible mistake. Horrible mistake.
Me and Ha, me and Sketchy got something coming that will hopefully change that. Oh yeah.
Smells got 157. What time is it? Am I watch backwards? It's 11:52 for me. What are you talking about?
Well, I haven't done the can cut for time yet. It's 11:52 for me.
I'm all sad now. I have to look at my. Okay, making sure. Making sure my watch was right. I was up at 2 o'clock. I'd be, whoa, I got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, I see. You get 157 on the game. Never mind. On the cut, can cut.
Uh,
I'm over here. What time it is? This is there's a lost in translation on this between the reading. So often I'll go back and watch a live where I see the comments. I'm like, how did I miss what they were talking about? That's just ridiculous.
oh yeah. I can't even hit shit right now.
Oh, my mind can't remember. That's got to be
There we
40.
go. I guess it's a good test to check the bounce outs. I smacked the fucking 20 like nothing, but it took a while to hit the 30.
That happens. I've got those little 15 millimeter wasp spinners or whatever, 12.5 or whatever they are. Yeah, I'll take like 3 shots at those, hit it 3 times in a row, and then move over to a 40 and like whiff it completely. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you, how can I hit something so precise and then miss what I call my standard shot?
You're gonna get along come along with the ladder race. You gonna do the ladder race?
I love doing ladder races. You talking to me or them?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
man.
gotta have I believe it was a 30, a 20, a 40, a 30, a 50, a 40, if I'm not mistaken. 30, 20, 30, 20, 40, 30, 50, 40. I believe that's how it went. That's how I have my setup at least.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what I put on my ladder. I just randomly hung targets.
Only reason, well, Smo had his setup that way, and we're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the same thing. I think Hawk is setting one up.
Nice. So Sandlot was a Facebook group that was invitation only, where we were shooting on the honor system with video, live video, to do a challenge. So if it was like 10 shots at a 40 at 10 meters, we would go live on Facebook and shoot that challenge. And that was your submission then. And we were Jorge was running it at that point when I joined. I think Robert started it personally. But yeah, Jorge was like, I don't need you to measure the 10 meters and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people already had their sites, measured out and stuff like that. So I remember the first few times I measured it out to show, okay, look, we're shooting at this. And, I get a mirror set up so you can see me shooting, because you want people to know, you're shooting well. But
Yeah,
it's, that's just how it goes. But it was nice. I mean, it was good. And Jorge would be the judge, and he would watch your video back. And there were often times I'd be like, I think I got, 7. And he'd be like, I counted 9, dude. Like, great. I'll take it then. Because I am always a little harsher on myself. Like, I don't know. Did I nick it, or and is it wiggling because I hit that catch box
yeah.
hard? And he would look at it and be like, I saw a hit. So
What happened to it? It just died off.
it just kind of fizzled off. We had a competition where the problem is, once you get a lot of people involved, we get like, okay, this person and this person need to shoot. Like if we were doing bracket stuff, and we would get that, and then it would take like 2 days. It would start storming out in the UK for like a week straight. So we'd all just kind of sit around and wait for them to be able to come back outside and play, right? And then,
Yeah.
just things like that would happen. Um, and then I think it just slowly fizzled off. Like there was some shooting that we were saying everybody's got a week, and then people are like, "Oh, can I have a little longer?" And then it just kind of slowly fizzled out. But and it's a lot to manage. I mean, Jorge had to sit there and watch every video, tell people who
Yeah.
won what, and it's a lot to do. But it needs to come back. I'm gonna harass Jorge.
Well, that's kind of it's funny. Hawk, are you still in here? Let's see if he answers real fast.
It's invitation only. I wasn't the one giving out the invitations, and I think I had to somehow weasel my way into an invitation because somebody else was talking about it, and I was like, "What's going on here?" We'll see if it's still a thing. If I can get an
There you
invitation
go.
to you or not.
I was wondering if you wanted me to say it.
Say what? Something in the works? Okay, cool. I think a lot of people want to do that, and it's fun, man. Have those challenges over the on YouTube or whatever. I love it when challenges get passed around or when we do little competitions. It's great. It's fun. It keeps us interested.
Yeah, literally, Hawk and I were talking for a while, and I already built this thing somewhat, and we've had one person test it, and this will allow people to go into it and um, go live with multiple people, and you don't even need the YouTube at all.
Oh, nice.
Because I know some people don't like YouTube; they don't go into YouTube.
Right.
You don't have 50 subs, so you can't go live, kind of thing.
Yep. Well, that's what we were doing. It was Facebook Lives, is how we were doing the Sandlot. It was a private
Okay,
group, so you could just go live on the private group and then do your thing and shut it off.
yeah,
And
but
people would watch it later, or if you catch it live, that's fun. You see a couple people commenting, and you can do it, or miss, what, however.
yeah,
So,
because that's what like Hog and I were talking. It's like it's fun and competing's fun, but like there's only 3 to 4 tournaments throughout the whole year.
right. For most people, there's
And
one or two that people can make it to.
yeah, and everyone does these challenges, but no one really keeps track. To where it's
Right.
like we kind of would like to have these challenges for fun, but
Hmm.
also the top holder is still like there.
Oh yeah, yeah, man, and it's fun to give out bragging rights, and a little healthy competition goes a long way,
Oh
in
yeah,
my opinion.
and to
So
me, it's like it's nothing like crazy, like official, but it's fun
sure.
enough, and you're going off of the honors kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
So it's. I think it'd be fun. It keeps people challenged throughout the whole year.
absolutely.
I didn't know about Sandlot. That's crazy.
Yeah, it died down probably over a year ago now.
Okay. Was it pretty popular? Were a lot of people doing it, or was it just a handful that were really like competing, or like
Maybe
I was
about 15 people at a time in a competition, usually somewhere around there. When I was involved in it, I know it. Again, I think it resurfaced, like it had this life at one point, and then it came back online. And Jorge, yeah, like I think Robert started it. I wasn't around when Robert was a part of it. I remember talking with Robert one day, and I was like, "Oh, dude, have you heard of the Sandlot?" He was like, "Yeah, I started that page." I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." So I think it ebbed and flowed. I liked that there were a lot of people from the UK involved in it, so that was cool because I got to shoot with the people I didn't normally get to compete against or see.
Mhm.
That was fun. That was cool. Yeah, there was the Juggernaut challenges as well for a while. That was on YouTube exclusively.
What was that? All that about? Juggernaut.
Juggernaut was just it's kind of how Team Omega came about, right? It was just people shooting challenges that Mikey was putting out there, or other people who won would put out their D's, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I butted my way into that one. I was like, I see these Juggernaut challenges on YouTube. I'm joining. I'm trying my hand at it, and yeah, man, that was
But it was just challenging other people, or like there was like
oh, it would be
actual.
like we're cutting it here. We drew a grid on a piece of cardboard, and you have to hit this or this, or like how many shots to cut a can, or how fast can you shoot that. Like it was just different
Yeah.
challenges that everybody would shoot, and then there'd be a crowned winner for that Juggernaut challenge. Same concept
So I have
as
a
everybody
question.
else's.
Would you be interested in something like that that wasn't inside of Facebook/YouTube?
Yes, absolutely. Do I have to download an app?
Yeah.
How do you do that? I don't know how to. My flip phone.
And you can do it on your computer or on your phone,
Okay.
but you're able to do multiple. You can even have. We could have a competition between like say we do a head to head. So say
Hmm.
today we're posting right now like we're doing a co-live, but we're in this other app doing a head to head, say running a ladder.
Right.
But it's for a tournament kind of thing.
Sure.
But
Sure.
then 15, 16 other people can join us and watch us. Also, they can show themselves if they want to, or just comment in it.
Okay. Nice. Nice. I like the idea of just being able to have more than two people at the same time. And I know like there's OBS and all these systems. My problem is I don't have a computer good enough to run OBS, except for upstairs, my gaming computer. And
Yeah,
that I can't stand there and shoot. So I want to be able to shoot and gab with like 8 people. Like when
yeah,
we did that 6 hour live with Jordan and he had TikTok up and everybody was on it for a while. That's cool. That's fun. That's like I like that idea.
yeah. So that's where this thing that we're building, you could, we're, it's going to be multiple different ways of it. And to the way we're kind of have it to where we're kind of trying to um, bring all this social media, everyone's either going to this page or that page. You got to go to 3 different groups just to kind of see what's going on.
Right.
Uh, we're trying to centralize this into this one little app and have it even to where um, you don't have to compete. But if there's like a DIY section in there, to where all you want to know about is how to build a catch box, well, you can go to the catch box DIY, and then you got everything about catch box. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But then also, if you got there's a spot to where if you like doing trick shots, there's a spot where you can chill and just post trick shots.
Is this
But then
a self-made app or is this just an app that's out there?
it's a platform that you can build your own thing off of.
Okay. Jordan, are you listening to this by the way?
The thing is like how do we thought of like doing challenges, but having it to where the winners stand out, and we have the record kind of right there at the top, to where like if we had like a May competition on like say you got the can cut for speed. The person who has the top time goes into this section to where everyone can go 3 months from now, and if no one's beaten that time, that's where that person will stay there. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
That's sweet, dude. Yes, launch that crap. I'm in.
But it's not just about like competing either. We're looking at it as like a group chat where literally you can go in it as a normal, like it looks almost like a form. Like you can go in
Yeah.
there and talk and shoot the shit to people. There's there's group video chats. There's group just chats So you can have 15 people doing a video call like this, shooting in front of
Mhm.
everybody, just bullshitting. But you don't have to go live. You don't have to record it. It's not for likes. It's not for subscriptions. Nothing like
Right.
that. It's just
Right.
literally getting together, shooting the shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
We'll
I
see.
would be down with that. I definitely would be down with that. I mean, I
Yeah.
like the fact that the YouTube thing, I have a love-hate relationship, and I years ago, I was monetized by YouTube because I started real early and had some good videos, and they were like, "Hey, we're trying this new thing where we'll put ads up and blah blah blah." So they let me in on it, and then adpocalypse happened because of the Jake Paul and his brother assholes. And anyway, I lost my monetization because I didn't have the subs or the hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And but there's a love hate relationship. When I knew I was making just pennies, like I got paid by Google every once in a while, I'd get $100 check, and I was like, "This is awesome." But but now that doesn't happen, and it makes me angry. But I do like that idea that yeah, I'm doing what I love, and look at this, I'm getting a little kickback because
Oh yeah.
people
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
watching video. But on the other side of it, money ruins things too. Like
Oh yeah.
now, I'm going live and trying to create content because I need the videos and I need people to be clicking on things, and it yeah. So I have a love hate relationship with the YouTube concept. But not being monetized at this point, I can still just claim that I'm completely into this just for the fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're
And
not
that's like,
subscribed, please like and subscribe to Coinworker.
I have to put a giveaway together for me. I literally was on Facebook and I said once I get 50 subs, I'll do a giveaway. But it was right there, right before East Coast, so I didn't have time to make a lot of shit. So I'm planning
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
I'm planning on giving away like a little ammo pouch that I make, the little leather ammo pouch.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we got legends made for a record holder. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna. So whoever is a record holder, we're gonna call them legends, and they'll carry the name. So if anyone's in this chat, their names will be highlighted like gold because they're like you'll notify. It'll show that they're like a legend holder.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so like if you held a record for speed shoot for and no one's beating you, and then your name will show up gold every time you go in there, and everyone knows that you're holding a record for something, and then they can go into the legend category and see what your record is.
So if I join this app, I'm automatically a legend, right? Like that'll just
No,
default over to.
no, it,
Wait, then I don't like it. I mean, come on.
but we just thought like it would be. We're trying to have it to where everyone goes to this one centralized location to where like some people are into just natty slingshots. There's a natty section to where they can go into and just see how they build a natty. It could be we can do like you know Tennessee Sling in here. He knows to shoot pickle forks, so maybe we're
Mhm.
gonna be like, hey, he's willing to teach people how to shoot pickle forks at this time. Join this video chat, and everyone can join and watch him. He doesn't have to have 50 subs. He can go in there and do it. He can have
Right.
it. People can say, "Hey, I have a question," and then you can select on them so they're not just blabbing out shit. Or you can allow them to have a video, and then Slinging can watch them. You know what I mean?
Sure. So you and
But
Hawk are working on this?
It's not controlled by us. Like Tennessee could go in there and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go live if anyone wants to learn, or not live, but I'm gonna stream if anyone wants to uh, watch me shoot pickle forks." You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Is it so you and Hawk are working on this?
Yeah, we have one person that's like tested it, but it's still not there. I'm hoping maybe if I can do what I need to do with it at the end of this week, maybe.
Okay. Sweet. Well, I'm looking forward
Because
to it, man. That
it's
is
because
that
there's nothing in there that stops you from um, posting bad shit right now. And
Okay. Okay.
there's
Yeah, we
there's a
wouldn't want
guy at
that.
my work that codes a lot, and he has a buddy that builds a lot of this stuff for this platform. And I'm talking with him to see if he could make us something that only that we would want.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that would I mean, if there's no filter or anything, I might be tempted to share a few more pics. I'd be afraid of what Paul shares. No.
I, Paul is
Is
the one who tested it, so you can only imagine.
is that how you guys realize this could be a problem?
Yes.
You're like, oh, wait, Paul put that on there?
He's literally
Great.
going to every little section and he goes, penis here and vagina here. And it's like, hey, you effing cunts, here. And we're like, oh, he's like, I can do this.
Look,
We're like,
look
oh,
what I
shit.
can do. Yeah. I dare you to open up this file. Yeah. That that might be a little rough.
Yeah, it'll start as an invite only. Yeah. And then once we kind of realize it's good, then we'll just open it up. And you still have to have like an email or something like that to sign up for.
Sure.
But
Well, that sounds awesome.
that way you don't get like trolls in there that just bumps in there and messes shit up and then leaves.
Right. Right. That would be not cool. Well, man, I gotta call it, but this has been awesome. It's a good time.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
I do not understand how we've done 156 minutes already. That's just time
It
flies.
only shows 41 on mine end.
Really? Oh, you had that. Yeah, but you had that
My blacked
belch or
out. Yeah,
gag. Yeah, you
yeah.
gagged.
My
Camera
my
gag.
camera my camera gag.
Right on. Well, I'm gonna let you go. If you're gonna, you can keep going live. Just because I'm
Okay.
quitting doesn't mean you can't keep going.
It'll
So
stay on there.
yeah, it's your channel, your thing. You can
Awesome.
keep all three people interested. Four, sorry, four back. Giving you our time. No, this
Does
was a
that
lot of fun,
does that
man.
include
Right.
you?
I don't know. We'll find out. All right, dude. I do. I gotta go to bed. Gotta call it a night.
All right, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, this was great. A lot of fun. Let's do it again sometime soon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Stay on
Bye
target,
bye.
guys. Take care. Bye bye. How do I turn it? Oh.
It's so weird. I still see coin on the half screen though. Do y'all still see that? Why is it doing that then? Wonder if I back out and come back in, it would change. You should have left with a face like, oh, there it goes. So I had four, now I have five, but coins in here now. So I guess the fourth one wasn't coin. I've I've gotten a little bit of bounce outs on this sketch box, but not too many. You still see it? I don't see it on my end. Go in and out. How do I do that? Do I back out? Let me see here. Hold on. Is that better? All good now? Awesome. The thing I learned about the spirals is if you backdrop touches the bottom. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Yeah, I might have it too thick. I have that. I might end up chopping off the recycle fire hose that's behind there. I think it's a little bit too dense. It's been keeping most of it in there though. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I worked my way to the bottom. I've already smacked the what is that, a 30? So I'm going to the 40. There's the 40. Now it's the 20. There's the 20. And then at the very top is a 30. There you go. Yeah, coin disappeared. That's the 30. I'm now working my way from top down. So I'm going for that 20 right now. There's 20. I think Coin just got a little excited that he bounced, though, that we can't see what he's doing now. Yeah. I think the only time I get bounce outs is if I smack the leather spinner and it lifts up the ammo. If I smack it pretty hard. Or it depends on where I smack it at. Okay, Bones. I'm down. Comes rolling over the front. Okay. So I hit the 20, so now I'm going on 40. Back to 40. So on the 30. That was a flinch and a half right there, bro. There you go. Now I'm down on the bottom catch box with the 50. And then top it off at the 40. There you go. Is it too close to the front or too close to the back? And like what Brewster said, is a cloth touching the bottom of the box? All right, so I've worked my way down, and I'm gonna work my way down, going up. I'm gonna hit that red 40 first. And then on the 50. Oh, right below the 50. go. Now 30. Now the 40. Now the 20. Oh, way too high. Too high. What the hell? There we go. And then top it off with the 30 on the top. And I miss. I only got 3 balls in my pocket. And I miss. Shooting low, shooting low. Hi ho, hi ho. Motherfucker. I got more balls again. Got a little Richmond logger. That's good. Where's my scooter? It's back there. I have to take it down there. Thanks, Tennessee. I don't blame you. Yeah, I'm on the process building a wood course myself. Call of Duty, yep. Boring. Oh. Oh yeah, did he post that he's going to interview? When is that happening? All right, I'm gonna work my way top down. Mm, bad start. Damn, I'm all over the place now. There we go. 30 done. Going for the 20. Fucking flinched on that one. Little low. Super low. There we go. Damn, that's a 9.5. I'm gonna shoot it. We'll see how it goes. 9.5 on the 40. Oh, it dropped like crazy. I'm gonna shoot low. Is it gonna be live or is it gonna be recorded? I forgot which one I'm at. Do y'all remember which one I was at? That's a 40 or the 30? I just smacked the 40, 30, 50, little left of the 40, 40. To work my way back up. Right below that 40. Whoa, that was way long. And still look good. It's recorded. So where do you go to ask the questions? You have to go to like Benji's Facebook or something? I can't hit shit. My goodness. All right. There we go. 40. Okay. There's the 50. That's up 9.5. I'll shoot it. 9.5 on that 30. Let's see. It drops like crazy though. We'll see how it does. Oh, smacked it. Had to aim high though. 50. Too high. There's a 50. Go for the 20. Oh, just above it. There we go. Was that low? Damn. There we go. I make a post. Okay. Oh, so it'll be like a premiere. Thanks, man. Yeah, I can already see a difference. I haven't been practicing too much after East Coast, but again, I don't really aim for small targets at all. Like a 40 is one of the smallest ones I usually shoot. So just by switching already in the short time, I can already see a difference because you kind of have to control your movement, or at least figure out your movement on when the proper release will be. So I'm coming for you, Weston. I'm gonna shoot these small ass targets just so that I can hone my shit in. Yeah, I noticed it as soon as I was at East Coast. I realized I was like, man, I shoot too large of a target. And then my plans for like long distance, and that's I have a 60 that I made, a 60 millimeter target spinner that I'm planning on putting into the catch box and shooting that at distance, and to try to hone in on that 60. But we'll see how it goes. Don't think just shoot, yeah. There's a 30. Right below the 20. There's the 20. There's the 40. Or no, the 30. Yeah, 40. There's the 30. Missed the 50. Damn, shooting low at the 50. Low on the 50. I think my hips are angled wrong. Yeah. All right, I got this one. Uh-huh. I can't even shoot the fucking 50 now. What the fuck? There we go. Slow my ass down. And then I'll top it off with that 40 at the bottom. Just left of it. There we go. A fucking 50 would not let me hit it. Oh yeah, exactly what you did. Shoot a 60 long range over and over. Yeah, yeah. You think 60 is good? I was thinking 60 or 80. I wasn't too sure, but I figured. I think I don't know at East Coast. I think it was around like a 60. Like that yellow was around a 60 millimeter. That's why I was thinking 60. Oh hell yeah, Caitlin. I can't wait. Chief Slings, dude. I can't wait to see his natty with his fucking maker's mark on there. That's gonna be super sick. So you don't think about it, but to me, is like, how do you improve? How do you know what you did versus like where do you how do you know how you aimed, and then if you miss, how to make that improvement if you don't really think about it. To me, I think about it when I'm practicing, but when I was like competing, I wasn't really thinking more about it. I was more focused on just the tip. I wasn't thinking about release. I wasn't thinking about looking down the bands or anything like that. What is fucking clappers can come up with? Oh, awesome! That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm super stoked on this build. Awesome. That's awesome, Caitlin. Yeah, I'm super stoked for him. I am. I I like the idea of the cheap slings with natty builds. Is just gonna be sick. I'll run bottom to top, but I'll run it a little bit slower. There's a 40. Man, that 50, I'm steady hitting dead center, but right low. I do get it though. There's sometimes where you overthink things. So what you're pouching. Is that a long draw thing or this fucking 50? I swear I'm gonna beat its ass. There we go. I think it's my release is what's fucking it up right now. All right, going to the 30, right below it. There we go. You know what I think it is? Like being down at an angle, shooting the lower targets. It might be to where my elbow isn't up enough to where it's speed bumping a little bit, but I'm hitting low, so I don't know if it's not really a speed bump then. There's the 40. Going for the 20. There's the 20. There's the 30. Totally different ball game when you let your pouch hand control everything. I hate a 50. I hate a 50. Yeah, I fucking hate it too. Now I do. Yeah. Yeah, to me, it's crazy how, oh shit, that's not good. Got to rip. Well, we'll do this. Yes. And that's the thing too, is like, if you think of it, and I'm not going to shit on anybody right now, but if you think of kind of the same situation, company side, you have Smo, right? Smo is part of Simple Shot. Smo helps sell Simple Shot. He he's sponsored by them. You know, yeah, he might buy his own things, but you know, he's sponsored by them. But he's also built his own shit, sells his own shit. Um, he's not. They don't limit him to excel. And once you limit somebody, it takes all the fun and joy out of it, and it only is going to run them down no matter what. There's so many different frames out there, so many opportunities within the slingshot game. Where if you want to be a target maker, if you want to be a slingshot maker, if you want to shoot multiple different frames, if you want to be a collector, you know, limiting somebody down to one thing to me is, if I was a business owner, I wouldn't want to run it like that. Yep. Fucking Cam Vandal, man. He's hilarious. I was pretty stoked to meet him at East Coast. So now that I realized that my release might have been the issue, I went to the thinner pouch to try to hone in my release. It's gonna miss a lot, but you know, gotta get better. See, I pulled that one. Damn. You can see how comfortable I am with that frame versus this one. I definitely don't like this right now. High, very high. That was a 9.5. And the Aries up. I would. I don't know where my freaking band tying shit went to. All my pre-made bands, I have them in that little box. I think it's upstairs. Maybe next live. I gotta find that shit. I'll band that Aries up. Shoot it for the first time live. I still need to contact Hunter and to see if he can put his maker's mark on there. Even if even if he keeps the Omega on there, I would like to have a Taken on there. Dude, I can't shoot shit with this right now. I might switch to something else. That was close. High and to the left. Yeah, I want him to change that pin. I think my next one would be my next kind of want a custom hit hunter. Either that or get something from Smo. All right, I got the centering down. Now I got to get aiming down. Is this a 90? Looks like a 90. It looks like I'm shooting high. Yeah, I'm either gonna get a hit hunter or something from Smo. All right, we'll see. I think I got it. Or not. Feels like I'm like speed bumping it. Fuck this spring. One at a time. I'll shoot the old moan. The Kodiak, yeah. The Ergo Kodiak. That sounds sick. There's the 30. I don't know. That frame, I haven't really shot it. Also has a cyan on there and not a pit pouch. It's like a complete fucking misfits of fucking slingshot right there. A little low on the 20. Same spot. There's the 20. Ooh. Low on the 40. Good. Aiming higher, but shooting lower. Ain't that something? I know what it is. I'm not hydrated enough. Oh, yeah. Over 500 frames. Holy shit. Excuse me. I probably have like, I had around 20. And I picked up what, 5 frames at East Coast? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. So I'm right around 25 or so. Got a whole closet full of them. Where did I end? I can't remember where I ended. Was I at the 40 or the 30? I can't remember. That shoot the 40. I can't remember where I stopped. I don't know why it's low. Like the juice out of these bands are gone. I gotta aim a lot higher than what I usually do. See, there's the 30 right there. Fuck at 40. Just left of the 40. There you go. Can y'all see them spinning over there? I don't know if y'all can see those targets or not. Picklebone or a turtle? A toad for a while. I know, I think, Dave. Yeah. I'm gonna go top, bottom to top. What time is it? It's 1:57 here. I might do maybe 1 or 2 more runs on this and call it quits, but we'll see. There you go. The rain holds up. Hell yeah. You talking about the toad or the picklebone? The 40. There's the 50. Oh, just right above it. There's the 30. There's the 40. Right above the 20. All right. Picklebone, okay. Oh yeah. Go for that 20. There's the 20. 30. Go, let's go right here, right here. Rushed, rushed it. Right below the 30. There we go. I'm gonna get some more ammo real fast. I was just thinking, I kind of like the this little ladder more than I like my normal catch box. All right. I won't copy anyone. So, what's up? Uh, yeah, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Shooting way low. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm toasty enough. There we go. I don't know. Especially with with Coinworker in here, I thought it was gonna be a hell of a hell of a vibe. I think that's how it usually goes though. Like maybe our second live together, it will definitely kick off probably. Just like my first one. My first one wasn't the greatest. The first live you were lit. Just saying. I thought. Oh, you thought you meant lit as far as wasted lit. I think I'm losing power from these bands. These are the same bands I shot at East Coast. They're shooting way low now. We gotta aim high. Oh yeah. Got these 9.5s. I gotta remember, aim high, aim high, aim high, aim high, aim high. There. Aim high. Run it back up. Run it back up. Right below it. To the right of it. Oh yeah. No, as soon as the WSA came, I was like, I gotta start drinking. WSA, I started drinking, nerves coming. I don't know if y'all saw. I mean, I felt like I did a lot better at the head to head. That's because I was feeling a little bit more comfortable. And market. I don't even know why I let that one go. I knew it was off. Just right of it. Damn, same spot. There we go. Smack the 20. Fucking right. Made 3 beer runs. Oh yeah. Fucking 3 beer runs. All right. I'm gonna do this last run. There's the 20. There's the 40. There's the 30. That fucking 50. Fucking points from that one. Holy shit. There's the 50. Too high. Too high. There's the 40. It won't be posted. Would you just contact them personally to get a custom one? There's the 40 on the bottom. Don't know where that went. There's the 50. That's good. Here's the 30. Hell yeah. So he just hit you up and say he wanted to make you a frame? That's awesome. Smack that 20. Here's the 40 or 30. That's not bad though. How much is shipping from there? It can't be what, 20, 30 bucks? I can't even hit that 20 now. 35. I mean, shit, it ain't bad. Did you pick what you wanted to paint on it, or is he just kind of showed you an idea? Yeah. I'm gonna throw a 9.5. But it ain't way high on that one. There we go. There's the 20. Oh, you gave him a vague idea. Yeah. Dude, I ain't such an ass. I can tell I'm tired. That was a bounce out. There's the 30. There's another 9.5. That thing just fucking so slow. 40, 50, 30, 40. There's the 20. There's the 30. Like an 8 ball. Someone already did it. Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for joining. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta clean up and then hit the sack. 6 o'clock comes early, but I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully, this one wasn't too boring. I know it wasn't as exciting as it used to be. All right, guys.